We gotta watch this for the one time. For one of the last times. Because we're almost here. Setsuna true ending. Dang, we came a long way. Haven't we? I know! Not as long as Clannad. Clannad, I think I put like 120 hours. This game, I already counted it. Combining introductory and closing chapter and a little bit of Coda. I'm not finished with Coda yet, but we're almost there. We're about 70 or 80, 70 to 80 hours. Hey, it's been a long way, but it's not that long compared to the others. It's just that we have to wait for the translation. That's the only thing that made it long. Waiting for the translation for Coda. Dang, Kazusa and Setsuna. Dang, now we're almost here, dude. Let's finish her up, boys. Can we get a happy ending? Can we get a smiling Setsuna? After all this time, all these years, you've been breaking Setsuna heart. You've been going with 4 other girls besides Setsuna. Technically 5 with Kazusa, right? But now, it's time. Let's give Setsuna that happy ending. Let's do it. It's over.
よかったよね。
Oh shit.
よかったんじゃねえの？みんな最後なんか総立ちで拍手してさ。
そうだよな。すごかったよな、トーマさん。
まあ本当に分かってるかって言われると自信ないけど。でもミスもほとんどなかったし。
うん、それは私にも分かった。本当 CD 聴いてるみたいに正確でさ、なんか安心して聴いてられる感じ。
ああ、やっぱうまいよなトーマ。ってプロにうまいってのは失礼か。
同級生だったんだよな。
それどころか俺の同好会のメンバーだ。俺彼女に部長って呼ばれてたんだぞ。
そんなこともあったな。
そんなことも昔はあったんだよ。
うん。
全部昔のことだ。
春樹来なかったね。
つまりそういうことなんだろ。それじゃ帰るか。とりあえず送るくらいはいいだろ。
いつどっか寄ってくかって聞かれるかと思ってたけど。
明日早いんだろ。朝から会議だって言ってたもんな。
Oh, look at Takia, responsible adult.
へえ、年取ったね、竹谷。
俺は今でも朝までだって平気だって。けど少しは相手のこと考えられるようになったの。
Come on, Io, just give him a chance. See how grown he is.
それが年取ったってことなんじゃない？
せめて社会人になったとかそういう言い方にしてくれ。俺まだお前と同い年だぞ。
いつまでだって同い年だって私たちは。
ほら行くぞ。こんなところで立ち話してても寒いだけだ。
あ。
ほんと寒いな。雪降るかもな。
Uh-oh.
どっか寄ってくか。
何やってんだよ。そんなとこで突っ立ってないで早く来い。
はいはいと。
だからって走るな。お前今日もヒールだろうが。
Alright. Now where's Haruki?
なんだここにいたんですか社長。探しましたよ。
ああ、ごめんみやちゃん。そういえば何度も着信あったわね。
なんでこんな寒いところに突っ立ってるんです？楽屋入らないんですか？
誰も入れるわけにはいかないのよ。
あ、それで記者会見の準備とっくにできてますけど。
ああ、ごめん、キャンセル。
どうしてですか？もうかなりの人数集まってますよ。
どうしてと言われても、ま いろいろね。
I told you, bro, it's anime. They always see the audience. Even though there was hundreds and hundreds of people there. Kazusa didn't see that one person she wanted there the most. Dang.
なんです今の。
世の中にはね、知らなかった方が良かったってことはたくさんあるのよ。
よくわかりませんけど。
とにかくまあ、記者さんたちにこっちに来られても困るし、悪いんだけど謝って帰ってもらって。
とりあえずそれだけはわかりました。
悪いわね。今月の給料少し上乗せしておくから。
Oh, the hush money.
それじゃ失礼します。すぐに戻ってきますから。
Hey, she got the hush money.
それとみおちゃん、
はい。
ついでにタクシー呼んどいてくれない？今すぐホールの裏口に乗りつけてくれって。
それならあと30分もすれば手配した車が。
それじゃ遅いかもしれないからお願い、もう1台。
もしかして上総さんを逃がすためとか？
いいえ、私が乗るのよ。
Dang. Haruki, where are you? Haruki! Keep running! Haruki! Keep going, Haruki! Go! Run! Run, Haruki, run! I knew it from the beginning. I knew that coming here would be useless. Keep going, Haruki! I knew that I'd never make it in time for the end, let alone the beginning of Kazusa concert. I knew that concert hall would be long since closed, that I won't be able to enter the dressing room. I knew that I wouldn't be able to congratulate her, to apologize to her for not coming. I knew that it was all far too late. You're not prepared, Haruki-kun. You're not prepared at all. With the voice of Setsuna in the back of my mind, I left Osaka for Tokyo at full speed. I thought that Setsuna gave me courage, yet my feet are shaking, my throat feels dry, I have a cold sweat. However, that's not because I run at full speed. It's because I yet to gather my resolve, just like Setsuna said. That goes both for when I ran away from Kazusa, and now when I'm returning to her. Yes, even now just like I ran away from Kazusa, I'm incapable of doing anything. All I can do is to stand still in front of the long since deserted concert hall. Dang, he didn't even attempt. Maybe they locked the doors. Damn, motherfucker! They locked the doors.
それでさ、
Fuck!
はい、
Now what?
昨日のコンサートのレポートは？
Oh,
それは。
って夕べの今朝でってのはさすがに言い過ぎか。まあいいや、次回で。
thank God. There's no need to theorize. What I did yesterday was a fatal mistake for my job, an error that is incomparable to what happened with Setsuna.
うん。今までのところはいい感じじゃないか。ぶっちゃけかなり人間的魅力が出てると思う。相当踏み込んだなお前。
ありがとうございます。
Normally, I would inform my superior about yesterday's blunder and await further instructions. I feel like more than just a failure for being worried about how I'm going to come up with an appropriate excuse during the next report.
でさ、話は戻すけど、どうだったコンサート？俺仕事の関係で行けなくてさ。
いや、その。
But crime just doesn't pay, so I won't be able to hide this forever.
なんだよ、随分と微妙な反応だな。もしかして大したことなかったか？
いえ、そういうわけじゃなくて。申し訳ありません。実は俺。
ってことは本当だったんだな、この記事。
記事？
今朝の統計新聞の文化欄、昨日のコンサートのことが小さく載ってるんだけどさ、これが。
What happened? I know that I was just about to confess. How the son throws a newspaper in my hand on top of the table.
もしかして評判悪いんですか？
いや、全体的にはいいよ。スポーツ紙でもネットでの評判も。
それって。
ほとんどの記事が当日の盛況ぶりとか、當間上総を初めて見た感想とかばかりで、実際に演奏をきっちりレビューしてるのは。
この記事だけ。
それだって別に酷評してるわけじゃない。技術は世界レベルだってちゃんと評価してるし。
The moment I heard Hamada-san say her technique is on the international level, I got the gist of what he was trying to say. I could sense the irony lurking in this article.
それにその評論家、辛口で有名でな。来月の音楽誌を見てみないと本当の評価は出てこないけど。
I decided to skim through it a bit, but sentence after sentence catches my attention. Evidently unprepared. She carries the air of someone at the top, but her actual skill is far behind. She lacks the experience and energy to keep up the momentum in the second half. I must say that she's lacking in quite a lot of areas to carry such a long concert alone.
ただ、昔からアンサンブルでも記事書いてる人でな。編集長も結構信頼してるそうだ。
そうなんですか。
She certainly was wonderful during the contest last year. However, yesterday's concert felt like she was stretching those 20 minutes of brilliance to 2 hours, making it feel lacking. I'm not sure if he's trying to be considerate or trying to provoke me, but there's probably only one thing he wants to say right now. Sinking ship. The responsibility for this lies in the sponsor who decided to host this concert prematurely in order to catch in on the fact that she's trending in Japan. That is to say, her mother, Yoko. Perhaps she shouldn't have been misled by the idea of selling her daughter at the right time, and instead taking her time to train her. I sincerely wish that this doesn't affect her reputation, that she doesn't become known as not a trendy singer, but a trendy pianist. She has the technique, but not enough energy. He's saying that about the person who practices 10 hours a day with ease? Or does it mean that playing a concert requires 100 times more willpower than practice?
今のところ編集長から何も言ってきてないが、今回の特集にとっては少し逆風が吹いたかもしれないな。
She has a lot of technique, but not enough expression?
テクニックなんか全然大したことなくて、ただ感情任せの力任せなんだけど、そこが私の趣味なのよね。
The only view of conscious I know is almost in complete contradiction to what Yoko-san said 5 years ago. Does this mean that during these past 5 years, she only polished up her technique, but has lost her spirit in the process? Or...
トーマカズサと連絡取れますか？
それはこっちが聞きたいよ。今朝から事務所の方にかけても、親子ともども音信不通って言われてる。
陽子さんも。
やっぱり失敗だったってことなのかな、昨日のコンサート。それで報道陣をシャットアウトしてるのかも。
And it's all Haruki's fault for being a coward. I hope you feel better, Haruki. That can't be. For that emotional and vigorous girl too. As if there exists a professional willful and fickle enough to become unable to properly operate her own piano because of something so minor.
カズサ、カズサ。
I already knew she wasn't in her apartment. When I asked the neighbors, it appears she never came to pick up her luggage. Room was probably the same as always. No, he got the key? Yeah, he got the key. No, that's his door. Never mind. But that doesn't mean I can conclude that she decided to disappear on impulse. An associate might appear tomorrow. She might have been staying at a hotel all this time. She might not even be worried about the result of the concert. I might just be overthinking it. Should I look for her? Me? Should I, in all seriousness, find Kazusa? No. Of course I must find her. Because I promised Setsuna I would.
私、海洋社編集部の北原と申します。いつもお世話になっております。はい、そうです。トーマカズサさんの担当の。
I promised to not run away anymore. I promised that I faced Kazusa.
今朝、弊社の浜田の方からも連絡させていただいたと思うのですが。
I promised to apologize for not being able to come.
そうですか。まだ。では、陽子さん、トーマ社長も。
I promised to ease Kazusa's mind.
では、連絡が取れましたら、至急北原に連絡をくださいとお伝え願います。 連絡先申し上げます。
I promise to make everyone happy.
そうですか。ええ、結構です。ありがとうございました。では失礼します。おっと。
As I'm speaking on the phone, I lowered the heat on the stew that started boiling at some point. When I opened the lid, a pleasant spicy fragrance fills the air.
次は。
Called everyone in my line of business that I knew, but in the end, it was all pointless. Though that's about what I expected. There's no way the young pianist who earned the title Enemy of the Media in just a few days would ever carelessly leave any traces of herself. I guarded her until the day of the concert myself, after all.
私、海洋社編集部の北原と申します。いつもお世話になっております。恐れ入りますが、シャンディ編集部の板倉さんは。
In the end, it has backfired on me right now. It seems that finding out Kazusa's whereabouts from the mass media is going to be a difficult task. Excuse me. Perhaps I have no choice but to find Yoko-san tomorrow after all. That's probably my only choice, and the most safe and certain method.
出張ですか。わかりました。では結構です。また明日連絡させていただきますので、電話があったことだけお伝えください。では。
Either way, I should give up on recklessly looking for her outside. I should stay in this room, with the mindset that she can return at any time, because there's no real reason to be worried. Dang, I thought that was like the car, but nah, that's just him boiling some soup or something. If she truly has decided to disappear, it's probably just because she's soaking a bit. If I talk to her, if I apologize to her, the misunderstanding will be resolved. I can reconcile as friends. We can reach an agreement as business partners. That's why I'm just slightly worried about my friend, and I need to back up my business partner.
よし、そろそろ。
I decided to go with curry for dinner today, one that can be eaten immediately. I made so much of it that for a single person to eat all of it, it'll take more than a week. But there is no deep meaning behind that, is there? At that moment, as I'm speaking of the devil, I hear a sound come from the door of the other apartment.
カズサ、おいカズサ、お前今まで一体どこに？
Look, there was no deep meaning behind it after all. I always knew she'd come back if I waited. But my mind won't be put at ease until I give her a piece of my mind. After all, she decided to disappear for the whole day, causing countless people trouble.
開けろ、帰ってきてんだろ。お前話があるって言ってんだろ。
As my neighbor, my friend, and my business partner, it's only natural that she gets lectured.
どうもお騒がせしました。本当にすいません。
It was the resident of the apartment 2 doors away. Seeing myself in such a cliched situation gave me vertigo. Haruki can't talk. You disappeared too. What you mean, Haruki?
はい、はい。
You fucked
で
up
は
on your job
何かあ
too.
りましたら携帯の方にお手数かけます。
You just
で
got
は
lucky.
失礼します。
ただいま戻り。あれ、久しぶりじゃん北原くん。
メールじゃ毎日会話してるじゃないですか。夕べの指示もちゃんと対応しときましたんで、後で確認してくださいよ。
Recently, Suzuki-san has rid herself of all reluctance in the way she hands out tasks. She truly become a professional. But still, in my unreasonableness ranking, she still only places third after Hamada-san and one other person.
それでなんで出社してんの？今って東間和さんに張り付きだったんじゃなかったっけ？
逃げられたんだってさ。地上のもつれで。
それってつまり元彼の立場を利用してあんなことやこんなことしまくったツケが？
勝手に話作らないでください。同じクラスにいたら付き合ってたことになるんだったら、今頃俺は飯塚拓也と呼ばれてます。
誰それ？
Bro, that's not funny, bro. That's too much of an inside joke. Did my expression look normal just now? Did my voice sound superficial?
ただ、ちょっと連絡が取れなくなっただけです。ほんの一昨日から。
In the end, I couldn't find out Kazusa's whereabouts yesterday. I contacted everyone who might have had a clue in vain, and everything I thought was a hint led to nothing. There was no sign of anyone around the time the last train left Minami Suzuku Station either. In my room devoid of any color or sound, I waited for Kazusa until dawn. I started moving once the sun started to shine through the window. I didn't get a wink of sleep last night, but my mind is unnaturally awake.
一昨日からってそれって大事じゃない。コンサート終わってから足取りがつかめないってこと？
所属事務所の方にも連絡行ってないんだろ？やっぱ警察に捜索願い出した方が。
I don't think that's necessary.
警察になんか通報してマスコミに嗅ぎつけられたらどうするんですか？最悪ですよそれ。
いやまあそれはそうだけど、なんとなくその言い方は釈然としないというか。
どうせ単なる気まぐれに決まってます。コンサート終わったからぶらりと一人旅とか。昔から人の迷惑考えないんだからあいつは。
あいつ？
あのお方は。
Putting it that way is nothing but an insincere act, but by reassuring myself of it, I managed to just barely retain my sanity. Because I don't want to acknowledge my own responsibility. To admit that what I did was a fatal mistake, to admit that it had a powerful impact on Kazusa's performance. That can't be. She is not such a weak-willed person. She is a genius, inconsiderate, and self-centered. She's not the type of normal girl that would be influenced so easily by an average guy like me. That's what I wanted to believe, at least. Seriously, what is that idiot doing? She's always being inconsiderate of others.
お世話になっております。東間陽子オフィスの北原です。
どこの北原だって？
マスコミ相手だと個人情報がどうとかうるさいからって。んで、身内と名乗れば相手も口が軽くなるだろうって。
Oh shit, yo Kitahara!
自分の仕事によっぽど誇りがあるんだね。いつの間にか立派なハイエナになって。
ハイエナ？
はいはい。そうですか。その時間にホールの裏口に。
Ignoring the concern for the seniors holding second and third place of my unreasonableness ranking, I strengthened my grip on my cell phone. It was a callback from one of the taxi companies I made numerous calls to first thing in the morning.
その運転手さん、村岡さん、13時に一度そちらに戻るんですね。わかりました。すぐに伺います。
Late at night, the day before yesterday, there was a taxi that picked up a woman with long black hair near the back door of Onjoku Art and Culture Hall.
ありがとうございました。では後ほど。はい、失礼します。出かけてきます。今日は直帰します。
ああ、お疲れ。
頑張ってね、元彼くん。
Damn, how did they know? Yeah, another long battle has begun today. But unlike yesterday, this time I won't be stuck in a cycle of wasted effort. However, what awaits me once the problem before me is solved is something I decide not to think about right now.
だから、元彼違いますから。
You have to tell him. Bro, you're making it way too obvious though, I'm just saying. However, I only felt free from that cycle of wasted effort for only a few hours. In the end, the moment I thought I finally got a hold of the thread of hope, it ended up snapping easily in my hands. The day before yesterday, there was indeed a woman similar to Tomo Kazusa riding a taxi, and she was indeed dropped off on Onjoku Imperial Hotel where Kazusa was supposed to be staying. However, there was no trace of Kazusa at the hotel, and I couldn't find anyone in the neighborhood who had seen someone like that looked like her. It was merely a description of the woman that the taxi driver gave me that weighed heavily on my mind. Apparently, she was trying to conceal her voice as she was crying.
ああ、浜田さんですか。北原です。
In the end, my search returned to the starting point without any progress.
その後、東間陽子オフィスから連絡は。そうですか。それじゃあ、陽子さんの所在もまだ。
I began to be tormented by my fruitless effort, wondering where in the world Kazusa and Yoko-san went. It's starting to get dark. The cold winter night is approaching. Please, at least be somewhere warm, Kazusa. After losing the few leads I had, I rummaged through my memories. All the places were both now and in the past. I recall Kazusa being at. First, I went to Hojo High before closing, checked the classroom, gymnasium, and music room too. She had been on those places both a few days ago and many years ago, but she was nowhere to be found. After that, I checked Suzuku-cho, Iwazu-cho, and Shibata-san house. I chose my words carefully when asking the two elders so they wouldn't realize. Just in case, I went back to Minami Susugu, to the apartment next to mine to see if she had returned. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not that the movie company hadn't been there yet. And here is the final fortress, 6212, Iwazu-sho.
バカか。俺は。
I feel dizzy from the overwhelming realization.
もう二度とここには来ない。
Dizzy from the idiocy that made me neglect to search for her here, because I believe what she told me. I'm smiling because remember when we saw Setsuna, like, yo, Setsuna, it's not a Kazusa route, see? Setsuna's there too. Never mind.
バカか。
I'm starting to believe Kazusa was the real main girl, bro. Maybe we did chose the wrong path. Alright, let's keep going. I just want to let that floating thought go. Left for years without any maintenance, the fences are covered by ivy. A single section has been scraped off, and it clearly happened recently. There are 3 spots where ivy has been grazed by having a shoe rub against it. And she climbed the fence. I put my hands on top of the fence, and I put my foot on the scraped off part. I knew it, the higher the spot makes it a perfect foothold. Like that, I raised my body to the top of the fence and nervously jumped down to the other side. This goes without saying I'm intruding on private property. If my company found out about this, I'd certainly be punished. But right now, I don't have time to worry about breaking the rules. And then my reasoning was proven right in a way I never wanted it to be. When I crossed the overgrown garden and reached the window facing the living room, I was met with something that I knew was out of place, even with nothing but the moonlight to illuminate. Kazusa. Broken glass and unlocked window, fragments of glass scattered around. That alone is absurdly thoughtless, impulsive, and foolish enough, but there is another idiotic trace of her that outdoes even those things.
カズサカズサどこだ
On the broken glass are stains of red. I press against the window with all my might, but as if to signify the amount of years it has been left abandoned, it wasn't easy to open. The first thing I feel on my skin when I enter is a piercing chill that might even be colder than the outside air. Once the pleasant Toma residence had been bathed in the sunlight from the windows, now those are blocked by the overgrown vegetation. Add winter to that, and the temperature gradually decreases. Forget calling this a warm place. This is a place cold enough to kill you.
カズサ返事しろお前いるよないるんだよな
I don't even think about the possibility that someone other than Kazusa might be here, nor do I have any need to. No one else would try to get inside this hollow, empty house so hard that they hurt themselves. The traces of blood found on the window continue on the floor this time. They seem to go from the living room down the hallway. Not even the moonlight reached that place, so I had no choice but to follow those red stains using the light of my cell phone. Unlike my restless heart, my feet only moved very slowly. The unreliable light from my cell phone caused me to lose sight of those red traces, so I had to crawl on the floor to proceed cautiously. Dang, he's crawling. The floor didn't feel that dusty. Oh, he's all damn! He's crawling! Perhaps the real estate agent has been cleaning it regularly. And when I reached the less labyrinth-like hallway, I was guided to my destination slowly but surely. In a way, it was as I expected. It led me to the stairs going down to the studio in the basement. Darkness completely blocked my vision, and I could no longer tell which direction I was facing. I couldn't even tell if I was moving forward anymore. but rely on just the memories of a few times I was here. I reach out for the wall to find my way to the door to the studio. And then I finally reach my destination. The place where she, the idiot known as Toma Kazusa, is raiding.
Kazusa.
It's the basement, which hasn't had any electrical supply for a long time. Since there's nothing to heat the room with, being here gives me the cold, scary, and lonely sensation of being locked inside a fridge.
Kazusa! Kazusa!
Since I can't illuminate the whole of this vast room with such a faint light, I call out to her in the hope of a response.
聞こえてんだろいい加減にしろよいつまでも拗ねてないで
Unlike the other rooms, this pitch black room doesn't seem to be empty. I trip on either a cord or a broken remains of some instrument. Finding a person under these circumstances is near impossible, but I encourage myself with the facts that the space is limited. I'm once again crawling the floor, nearly tripping countless times, and then...
Kazusa.
Dang, we found her. She's been gone for 2 days. 2 days. You think she was here the entire time? No food, no water, no bathroom. She been in that lonely basement and studio for 2 days. I finally reached my real and true destination. Alright. The biggest idiot in the world, sleeping while leaning against the wall, with her arms around her knees.
Kazusa. Oi!
Dang. From the same height as my hands are, I hear Kazusa breathing. Kazusa doesn't answer my call, but she is close to me in this darkness.
Kazusa! Kazusa! Oi! しっかりしろっておい
Dang. Her body and breath aren't warm. I can tell that much by just moving a bit closer to her. Now the piercing cold room from earlier actually feels nice. I carried Kazusa on my back and left the studio, climbed the steep stairs and made it back to the living room through the labyrinth-like hallways. Then I gently put Kazusa down. Just like in the basement, I lean her against the wall.
Kazusa.
Her eyes still won't open. Her consciousness won't come back. Her temperature is higher than I thought when I carried her, which makes me even more restless. How many times has it been already? Once 5 years ago, when she had multiple sleepless nights in order to ensure our success in the school festival. Once a few days ago, when she couldn't find her way back home, shivering in the cold rain pouring down in the city. She's so unfair with the way she always tries to act tough but collapses in the end, and I just can't bear that side of her.
Kazusa.
When I got on my knees and touched her forehead, I feel sticky sweat along her with her heat. The breath coming from a slightly open mouth are as dangerously faint as ever. And the thing that tears my heart more than anything is the blackish red coloring on the back of her hand. That part was cut deeply by glass, so even though its surrounding has dried and become black, there is still red liquid spilling out of it. She probably broke the glass with a stone with her hand, decisively wounding the right hand that has led her to fame. No! Her hand! No! What does this sentence mean? Nah, her hand's okay, right? That's fucked up. No! Alright, let's keep going. Maybe it's not that bad, right? Maybe it's not that deep. Maybe it's just a little cut. What she has done can't be described as anything other than unbelievably idiotic, unthinkable coming from someone in her trade.
バカ野郎何考えてんだ
The drop of liquid resembling sweat falls from her red hand. A single utterly idiotic teardrop attempted to laugh at her ridiculous recklessness, only to fail. Those feeble, slender fingers in my hands move a tiny bit from that slight stimulus. A Noma's woman finger could be described as white and delicate, but Kazusa fingers have that same whiteness and slenderness, yet at the same time I can feel an overwhelming strength, stiffness, and flexibility.
何考えてんだよお前は
Those delicate yet powerful works of art are now brutally wounded, stained in red. It's far too unreasonable, far too sad, and far too frustrating to see this. No! You gotta keep going. They're just gassing it up, right? It's not true. It's just a little cut. And it's just utterly outrageous. Before I know it, I taste something metallic in my mouth. At first, I was just trying to wipe the tears that fell on her. I was trying to disinfect her wound. I was just trying to make sure there aren't any glass fragments remaining. What's he doing? I'm being far too selfish for this to be me wiping away my guilty conscience. I'm being far too rough for this for me just trying to reassure her. The lack of resolution for this to be me trying to convey a stronger feeling. I don't know what he's doing. What the fuck is he doing? But it still crosses the line I drew myself. I'm wavering again. This isn't just me being worried about Kazusa. There's a different feeling I have as I commit this act. I have to scold her, I have to lecture her, and I have to apologize to her. It's probably licking it, maybe. But none of those things apply to what I'm doing right now. They have nothing to do with my kiss against Kazusa's wound and Kazusa itself. See, is he kissing it? Is he kissing it or licking it? Huh? Spurred by the sensation of warmth, ticklish, or pain, Kazusa's right hand finally starts to properly move as I lick it. He's licking it. I could explain. Her arms are still weak, but the strength is returning to them as her downturned head gradually turns up. Her closed eyes slowly open, and the moonlight reflects in her eyes.
Kazusa
Haruki.
Kazusa
Amidst the darkness, she blinks 3 times, and then she slowly focuses on the face she should be sick of by seeing by now. Mine.
よかった
Dang, she punched him. He kinda deserved it. No, not kinda. He really deserved that. At that moment, she forcibly pulls away her right hand from mine and then swings it with an exaggerated motion. Thank you. Somebody needed to do it. Setsuna's too nice. She never hit a person in her life, but when she slapped Haruki, the way they describe it, it's pretty cute, right? It couldn't even kill a mosquito. That's because Setsuna's that sweet of a person. She never hit someone before. But Kazusa, grrr! I feel an impact greater than expected on my left cheek, knocking me off balance and forcing me to put my hands on the floor. You deserve that, Haruki. Thank God. Someone did it. Even though her mind is in a haze, she certainly didn't mistake me for some unknown intruder.
Haruki! Haruki! お前は Those eyes look at me with an overbearing light. Her mouth screams the name of none other than mine.
やめろやめお前
Damn, that's true. Right? This isn't anime. Well, it is anime, but you know, when you hit somebody, there is a forced reaction. Your hand will hurt. We can't risk her losing her hand, so we gotta stop her. Even though Haruki do deserve to get his ass beat, we can't let Kazusa's hands get even more injured. We gotta stop her. She punched me with all of her strength in the cheek, with her very right hand that's supposed to be seriously wounded.
なんで
うして春樹なんでだ。
Well, one, you never give Haruki a ticket. That's one thing. Two, your tickets are sold out. How the hell is he gonna buy your ticket? Scalpers are probably selling it for 10,000 G's. That's all I got. Oh, three, Haruki's a coward. That's also another one.
だからやめ殴るな。そんなことしようとすんな。
No, we can't tell her that. That's like saying we chose Setsuna over her. As I'm lying knocked down on the floor, she gets on top of me and this time even swings her left hand at me.
なんで来なかった。私の
I'm probably being hit pretty hard. With a strength of that one wouldn't expect from a woman's fist. Shimi Haruki. But right now, I can't afford to feel that pain.
やめろって言ってんだろ。お前自分の指がいくらするか知ってんのかよ。
Bro, if we tell her that right now, that we chose Setsuna over her right now, she's gonna grab her glass. She's gonna kill Haruki. Look, I know I hate Haruki too, but I'm not trying to see him die. If he dies, that's the end of the game. We can't let it end like this. Not yet, we gotta calm her down first.
知るか。
Oh shit.
知るかで済むか。いい加減にしろ。離すかよ。
We gotta save her fingers. After grabbing her right wrist, I managed to get a hold of her left wrist as well, rubbing her hands of freedom. In exchange for robbing her hands of freedom, I give up the freedom of my own body, to move my own body. Okay.
離せよ。お前を殴らせろ。
And they should have drew her hand bloody. You know, I think that would have made the scene more impactful. Seeing her hand bloody. Or at least a little bit more red.
お前のその手は人を殴るためについてんじゃないだろう。
お前が
Damn.
そんなこと言うのか。お前が私のピアノ聞きに来なかったお前が。
Haruki, you really fucked up. Kazusa presses her own body against me as I'm lying face up. Since both our hands are occupied, we can't separate our bodies. Unless Kazusa tried to do something.
来てくれって聞いてくれって何度も言ったじゃないか。約束したじゃないか。
She did tell him to come. You know, before her concert too, she told her mom, oh, Haruki's coming. I know he will. I trust Haruki. She was so confident Haruki was coming. I'm not gonna lie, I was confident too. I'm like, yeah, Haruki is gonna come, right? There's no way he's gonna miss the concert. And then when he was at Setsuna Hotel, I was very shocked. I was like, Haruki. I felt the betrayal too. I was shocked, betrayed, and somewhat very, very disappointed in Haruki. That's why I did go a little bit overboard and constantly call Haruki a bitch every 5 minutes. Right? I had to. He really, he disappointed me. He upsetted me. I felt that betrayal. Not just because, you know, come on, Haruki. He's just running away again. Coward. But the person that's hurt the most, right? Not just Setsuna, was also Kazusa. She really believed in Haruki. 100% confidence. She told her mom he's coming. she was so confident when she said it too. And damn, was she wrong.
カズさ。
She twists her legs, sticking out of her skirt around my legs. Her breasts pushing up against my clothes, press against my chest. They softly loose form, yet still exert pressure on me. Her exquisite black hair flows down, softly stroking my face.
嘘つけ。春樹の 春樹の
And on my face, the countless wet drops falling from Kazusa's eyes. Haruki was made to be hated. I'm not too sure.
カズさん。
If I'll end, streaming out along with the deepest limitation of our heart. It's surely due to her high fever. Her abnormal condition has caused her to become unable to control her emotions. I'm sure that once she calms down, she'll recall this moment as something foolish and ask herself why she ever got so angry. If Haruki was made to be hated, the author sure loved giving him a lot of happy endings. Right? It's nice to have happy endings. There really is no reason to get this upset. There's nothing to cause her heart to get so torn up. Damn, he said there's no reason to get us upset. That's kind of cold. I'm not a man capable enough of breaking Kazusa like this. I don't know how I feel about this, right? The sentence. I know that's Haruki character. The low self-esteem, depressing. What did Takia call him? The depressing nerd in the something like that, right? Low self-esteem, depressing nerd. How the hell did you land at Setsuna? It's like, I don't know. I guess one word to describe it. It's like not only you're beating yourself up, but you're also downplaying Kazusa and Setsuna feelings, right? For him. He's kind of downplaying it when saying it. I'm not going to go too deep into explaining it. Let's continue. I'm trying to see this ending. It's been 10 minutes since then, yet Kazusa willing hasn't stopped. My cheeks, forehead, and my entire face is wet from Kazusa's tears.
そんなに私のこと嫌いだったのかよ。
Damn.
私苦しめてそんなに楽しいのかよ。
そんなことあるわけが。
I can't differentiate them from my own anymore.
そんなの私耐えられないよ。お前に嫌われたら私は嫌だよ。そんなの嫌だよ。
Even though it's such a sorrowful scene, since both my hands are tied, I can't even stroke Kazusa's head as she cries and shouts. Of course, I'm aware that if I stroke her head right now, I'll be doing something I can't undo in so many ways. Despite that, I loosen my grip on Kazusa's wrist countless times, only to clench my teeth and strengthen my grip again every time.
もうやめてくれ。こんなことしてもお前が傷つくだけだろ。
分かってるよそんなこと。だから最後だって決めたんじゃないか。もう二度と会わないって誓ったんじゃないか。
What's that supposed to mean?
なのにせっかく私が必死で諦めようとしたのに、それをぶち壊したのはお前じゃないか。
She's acting as if the whole world has denied her existence.
私を昔の
Maka mama.
こんなわがままな子供に戻してしまったのは
I've been hearing that word
じゃ
a
ない
lot.
か。
Wagamama. So that's why I kind of memorized the word. Means selfish, I think. As if everything has been destroyed. As if nothing remains for her anymore.
お前が私をいじめるからじゃないか。
What's up, Emily? It's like I'm the only one in the world to her. Am I? I'm pretty sad.
やめてよ。
I don't like seeing Kazusa cry.
私を
You're good? That's good to
私
hear.
を無視しないで。
無視なんかしてない。そんなこと俺にできるわけがない。
私は刹那みたいに強くないんだ。お前に否定されてしまったら
5年もずっと平気だったじゃないか。俺のことなんか忘れて頑張ってたじゃないか。
After 5 years, the world's supposed to have changed. No, Kazusa's supposed to have changed.
平気なもんか。ずっと忘れられないままだった。
And after 5 years, Kazusa managed to reach the top.
だけど成功した。世界に通用するピアニストになったじゃないか。
High enough just that her popularity couldn't be contained in just Japan. High enough for the rest of the world to want Kazusa more than Japan.
それも一昨日で終わりだ。必死でごまかしてきたメッキが全部剥がれた。お前の春樹のせいで。
Yeah, it is Haruki's fault. Despite that, just like 5 years ago, Kazusa doesn't try to associate with the world. She never got down for the stage at the school festival all this time.
どうしてまた私の前に現れたんだ。私をかき乱したりしたんだ。
When we had our reunion in Strasbourg, I wasn't the only one trying to hold back my tears.
仕事だ。大学卒業して出版社に入ったんだ。お前がいなくなってからも頑張ってたんだよ。俺。
春樹の頑張りなんか知るか。お前が余計なことするから何もかも台無しじゃないか。
カズサ。
必死で抑えてた気持ちが高く積み上げた壁が壊れちゃったじゃないか。
That goes for when I was giving first aid to her foot and when I was interviewing her too.
いくら口で正しいこと言っても体が心がちっともついてきてくれなくなったじゃないか。
I wore expression that I couldn't show Kazusa, and because of that, I couldn't see what expression Kazusa had.
どうして私のそばにいることを認めてしまったんだ。
When Kazusa moved in next to me, I wasn't the only one with unconcealable happiness behind my confusion.
どうして思わせぶりなことばかり言ったんだ。どうして私のこと嫌ってないみたいな態度取ったんだ。
嫌ってないからだよ。決まってるだろ。
嫌ってないくらいで私の心を乱すな。
Yeah.
あんな期待させるような、手を伸ばせば届くって錯覚させるような。
Even when she was defensively sleeping in front of me, even on the way back from Shibata-san house, even when time stopped for a single moment in the dust-colored music room too.
なのにいつも最後の最後でするりと逃げて、あんな痛くて苦しい拷問耐えられるわけないだろ。
I was unable to see the feelings Kazusa was hiding, because I was too desperate to hide my own wavering feelings.
どうして私のピアノを聴いてくれなかったんだ。
When the curtains were raised in the concert hall, I was the only one who ran away.
お前に聴かせるためだけに帰ってきたのに、
Oh.
最後に最高の演奏を聴かせて、今度こそ諦めるはずだったのに。
Damn. Right? Because in Strasbourg, Haruki, instead of saying goodbye to Kazusa, he told Kazusa, "Can I hear you play the piano one last time for good old times?" Kazusa called him an idiot and insensitive. Because her foot is injured, she can't play the piano with an injured foot. So that's why she came to Japan. To give Haruki the last, absolute best performance. Kazusa put her soul into her performance, and yet when she was looking for me in the audience seats, told you, it's anime. She could see everything.
なのにお前は来なくて、私は最低の演奏をして、今度こそ何もかも失った。
I wanted to pretend that I never noticed Kazusa's all too pure and simple feelings. I disappeared from her side and out of her line of sight. And I was with Setsuna.
話せ。何もかも壊してやるから。
Oh shit.
お前も私もこの両手も。
やった。
She lamented, she cried, she screamed, and she grumbled. After letting her feelings erupt for another while, Kazusa reasserts strength in her body. Her eyes hold a resentful glint, her hands holding weapons ready to exact revenge. And... What the fuck?
話せよ。
Oh god.
話さないと。キスするぞ。
What do you do, Haruki? In her breath, holding her burning, ever fervent feelings. Do we let her go and let her beat the crap out of Haruki, but with the risk of her breaking her hands in her career? Or do we stray even further from Setsuna? What do we do?
どうしてそうなるんだよ。お前は。
Neither. You talk to her like a human being. Kazusa Irrational has completely collapsed.
お前がこのまま動かないなら、私本気でお前のこと奪うぞ。
She's laying bare just how much she hates and detests me. Yet her words still express her longing for me, and she continues waiting for my response, no matter how long it would take.
後悔するぞ。
5年間ずっとしてきた。
It's too late, Haruki. The sweet expression she's making as she appears to have given up on thinking stirs up my desires in a maddening frenzy.
俺、お前を見捨てたんだぞ。5年前も、一昨日も、お前を泣かせてばっかなんだぞ。
But even so, these feelings of hers are wrong. Even Kazusa herself knows that she's making absolutely terrible mistakes.
いつかは嫌いになるって思ってた。どうしてあんなやつを好きになったんだろうって。今思えばバカみたいだなって。融通が利かなくてうざくてセンスがなくて、気を使ってるつもりで人の神経逆なでするし、モテないくせして高めすぎの恋人がいるし、思い続けることに意味も価値も望みもなくて、だからいい加減疲れてバカバカしくなって、そう思えたらあとはもう懐かしい笑い話だって。そう夢見てたんだけどな。
See, it's wrong after all. The ideal future you have always dreamed of is one where you hate and have forgotten me. Reality can't possibly be different from that.
春樹
カズサお前
好きだ
Damn.
もうやめてくれ
It's too late.
好きだよ
Damn, it's zooming.
そんなの思い込みだ
好きなんだよ
ただの刷り込みだあの時お前一人だったからだから
大好き
熱に浮かされてるだけだ早く部屋に帰って休もう
Damn, I hate Haruki a lot. He called it delirious. For saying your true feelings. That's fucked up, dude. I love you. You're just being delirious. Stop it. You see, doesn't that sound very fucked up and cold? I hate Haruki. What the fuck is that?
愛してる
俺裏切り者じゃないかお前を傷つけてばかりだったじゃないか
離れたくない
5年も離れてた今さら何言ってんだよ
Oh, let's go. Alright. Haruki's fighting back. There's no longer anything but me reflecting in Kazusa's eyes. She's close enough for our noses to touch. The same distance at that time in music room 2.
春樹
Haruki, stop crying. Our situations are
ご
reversed.
めんごめんなカズサ
Kazusa's tears had dried up, but my cheeks are still wet.
そうだよお前が悪いんだお前のせいなんだよ春樹
Kazusa is no longer reflecting on her mistake. Why did she leave 5 years ago? Because she loves Setsuna. She loves Setsuna and she loves Haruki. But Setsuna already won. She doesn't want to betray Setsuna. But she can't lie to her feelings. She would still want to be with Haruki. Right, Setsuna's like her first best friend ever. And Haruki is like her first crush ever. First love. Can't have both. Kazusa is no longer reflecting on her mistake.
だから償いよもう逃げるなよ
Setsuna kinda say it. Yeah, she French kissed him. That's how strong love is though. Right? That's the power of love. Love makes you think you're the only people in the world. Do you think she give a fuck about all those other people in the airport? She only see Haruki. She didn't even see Setsuna. She also kissed Haruki too in the room, right? Setsuna saw that, so Setsuna went in. It's a complicated relationship. You can't use logic with love. It's hard, right? You're like best friends, but when it comes to love, your mind start being you start acting very irrational. Can't think straight. Kazusa kissed Haruki, Setsuna saw. Setsuna said she always want to be the three of them. But she moved in anyway. She got scared. Alright? That Kazusa was gonna take Haruki first. So she stepped in, got Haruki, asked him out, kissed him. She's projecting nothing but a direct and single-hearted passion to my eyes.
どうすればいいんだよ
簡単な
Then what do you
こ
do?
とだよ
Her wet lips open, and she blows an incredibly warm breath at me.
今だけでいいんだ今だけ
Oh god.
私を愛してくれればいい
I don't know what to do! What do we do? But this wasn't what I expected. I don't mean that concept breath isn't warm. Rather, something even warmer has made its way to me. Cheating row. Now hold on. We haven't done anything yet. We're just talking. Concept burning feelings.
そんなの簡単なわけないだろ。
Haruki's the main character. I'm sure he got something up his sleeve, right? Don't he have any, this, they always do this in every story. The main character pull out a Joker card right at the very end and turn everything against him. I mean, well, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. He got something up his sleeve. I'm sure of it. We gotta believe in Haruki. I burn myself if I accept him. The flames of her passion might even end up scorching my entire body.
嫌いでも興味がなくてももういいよ。
Oh
ただ
shit.
今だけ私を抱いてくれたら
Haruki, you know, if you make love to Kazusa right now, it'll never end. You're gonna repeat the cycle every time Kazusa comes over to Japan.
嫌だ。ダメだ。カズサ。
If I accept Kazusa here, I won't be able to tell why I ran away in the first place. I won't be able to know why I sought out Setsuna.
そんなに嫌ならどこまでも私から逃げたかったのなら
And she's not crying anymore. I just realized I looked up. I couldn't looked up before. Seeing Kazusa cry it made my chest hurts.
だったらどうして私を見つけたんだよ。
But a contradiction has been present since long ago.
嫌いなら興味がないのなら放っておけばよかったのに。
Excuse me. I can no longer reason that I did it because of my job, because I was simply worried of because we're friends. After all, those feelings aren't correct.
そしたらお前は私にこうされることもなかったのに。
そんなことできると思ってるのか。
できないの。
当たり前だろ。
なんで
Because I love you. As a friend.
ねえなんでどうして春樹
だってさ。
All right, here it is. Haruki, this is his Joker card. How will he save the day? Because the moment I found Kazusa,
お前のこと嫌いになったことなんか興味を失ったことなんかただの一度もないんだぞ。
a powerful feeling other than relief doubtlessly welled up inside of me. When I stroked her cheek, grabbed her hand, and licked her wound, the feelings I held in those moments were unshakable.
春樹
The pitch of Kazusa's voice conspicuously goes up.
それってさやばいよ。
Just as I thought, her excited breathing further heats up my cheeks and my feelings.
だってお前私のことずっと好きだった
Oh
って
God.
今でも好きだって飛躍できてしまうんだぞ。
Haruki, what's your next plan?
そんなこと言っちゃっていいのかよ。
よくないに決まってんだろ。
That's why I'm sure that my excited breathing is also heating up Kazusa's cheeks and her feelings.
でもこれだけは嘘つけないんだから仕方ないだろ。
春樹春樹
泣くな。
嬉し
Oh,
いよ。春樹
喜ぶな。
oh! Like that, we both come close to crossing the line into a vicious cycle, where our burning feelings only burn more and more powerful. I can't stand any more of this. I won't be able to turn back. It would be the point of no return.
今だけでいい。5年前と同じ愛し方でいいよ。
In an attempt to block my escape,
本物の愛は諦める。それは刹那のものだから。けれど、
oh,
嘘の愛だけは私にくれよ。
didn't they have a song called Uso Koi? And without any hesitation, Kazusa says something that she can never take back.
日本を立つまでの間だけ 冬が終わるまでだけでいい。
Damn. This is just like a introductory chapter. Except for the roles are kind of reversed, right? Setsuna said that she'll be Kazusa's replacement. Kazusa said she only wants his fake love. What she desires is an imitation. Despite her claim that it would be the same as what we had 5 years ago, it's something completely different. She wants us to connect in body alone.
私を抱きしめて求めて甘い言葉をささやいて。
It would be a fake love, a self-aggrandizing love, love that would only deceive ourselves.
私をとろけさせてくれよ。最後まで騙し通してくれよ。
It's an option that would hurt everyone equally, despite the fact that she doesn't want to hurt anyone. An option that's deplorable, realistic, yet so enticing. What the fuck? What do I do? Let go of her head? Or do I stay loyal to Setsuna and turn away? No, Kazusa! I will not let you go down this path. Me and Setsuna, we will not let you go down this terrible path of you being Haruki mistress. I looked away.
なんでだよ。
That's the only choice. Kazusa's breath touches only my right cheek.
どうしてダメなんだよ。
Because I turned to the side, because I averted my gaze away from Kazusa. Because I've shown Kazusa that I can't accept her.
私のこと嫌いじゃないって言っただろ。
いや、好きだって言った。
Dang.
自分のせいだって認めたよな。
5年前も去年も一昨日も全部俺が悪い。
ならこっち向けよ。
やった。
いい加減にしろ。なんでどうして。
She pushed me down, pleaded for us to kiss, and saw a relationship built on purely physical connection. She said she desired such extreme things and sets them up to happen. Not only that, her appearance, social standing, and attitude all point to her being an eccentric.
どうして私を受け入れてくれないんだよ。
Cuz. But I know the truth. I know that she'll get cold feet and hesitate right at the very end. I know that she's so timid that it's actually adorable. I know that so well that it makes me want to cry.
何がいけないんだ。刹那を選んでいいって言ってるじゃないか。他に何が望みなんだよ。
Kazusa's eyes turned wet once again, just as soon as her tears had dried up. Her fresh teardrops falls on my right cheek, and my own teardrop from the corners of my eyes. I can't lie. I love Setsuna! I love Setsuna! The person I love the most is Setsuna!
刹那を愛してる。
愛してる! Setsuna, 愛してる!
知ってる。
I can see. Oh, damn! I can see Setsuna smiling when I close my eyes. Setsuna! Setsuna!
刹那を愛してるんだ。
そんな当たり前のこと言っても意味がない。
I can see her innocent, mischievous smile from 5 years ago. I can see her miserable smile from 2 years ago that showed how tired she was of waiting. Setsuna!
刹那を世界で一番愛してる。
Damn, number one! Finally! Setsuna's number one!
だから刹那を愛してていいんだ。一番でいいんだ。
I can see the genuine smile she lets out in the present day that expresses the faith she has in me.
刹那を愛してるんだ。もう裏切りたくないんだ。
That's right. I don't want to see Setsuna cry.
裏切りじゃない。こんなの裏切りになんかならないよ。誰も不幸になんかさせないよ。
I can see the most precious thing in the world. I can see the very thing I desired all this time right in front of me.
刹那を愛してる。
知ってるって言ってるだろ。その言葉を言うな。その名前を出すな。
Damn, Kazusa, I thought you were best friends. What happened? I told you, you can't think straight. When it comes to love, you can't use logic. So if we gotta fight her love with Setsuna love, that's what we gotta do. Something worth throwing away everything else for. I only love Setsuna. No, I love Setsuna.
刹那を。
If Kazusa says I love you, then I'm gonna say I love Setsuna. How does that feel, Kazusa?
俺には刹那だけなんだ。もう刹那しかいないんだ。
Gotta fight love of love. It's right there, behind the person who used to be the most precious person to me.
うるさい。うるさい。うるさい。
R0. Love you, Subaru.
やめて。
I'm sorry, Kazusa. I have to. This is a Setsuna round. I got you next time. Sorry to all the Kazusa fans out there too. I got you next time. My entire body starts to tremble. I'm not sure if I'm the one trembling or if it's just Kazusa trembling because that's being transmitted to me. Or it could be very well be both. He's crying because she's crying. It's not something that I need to know anymore. I know that I made up my mind now. We gotta set her free. We set Kazusa free. We told her straight up.
はい。それじゃあお願いします。
You think she's gonna be fine now? I guess the only way to find out is we continue. But I think that's it. I think we set Kazusa free. They're playing the music. It's over. I think Kazusa finally accepted that Haruki truly loves Setsuna. And because since Haruki truly loves Setsuna, she got no choice but to give up. Right? There's no... Because Haruki always give Kazusa hints, right? That, yeah, I love Setsuna, but I love you too. You know, let's do romantic stuff together. Right? He cheated on Setsuna, did the dirty, the nasty with Kazusa. Right? And then before the farewell, he gave Kazusa a kiss right in front of Setsuna. And then in Strasbourg, he abandoned Setsuna Christmas mass. But that's to heal up Kazusa's foot. But that could be very misleading, right? That's basically saying that he chose Kazusa over Setsuna. Right? Especially in her state of mind. That's what she's probably thinking. And then, right before, he could have said farewell, right? At Strasbourg. He could have said the final farewell, but Haruki couldn't do it. He's a coward. Instead, he said, "Let me hear you play the piano one last time, Kazusa." And then Kazusa was like, she smiled, but then she changed her facial expression saying, "You're an insensitive idiot. I injured my foot. I can't play the piano." And then Haruki was like, "Oh, dang, awkward." Right? And then he just left. He didn't really say goodbye. And then they met again. Took care of her in the apartment, cooked for her, did her hair. Always showing a little bit of signs that he really do still love Kazusa. Right? Kazusa told him a little story to bait him about how there was a lot of guys coming towards, advancing towards Kazusa. She wanted to see the jealous side of Haruki. Of course, Haruki's gonna give it up, right? She noticed that. And she was like, I still have a chance. If her last performance, maybe she thought she could win Haruki's heart. But Haruki, he didn't show up. But with this scene, we finally set her free though. No more misleading, no more tricks. We just straight up told her, right, I love you, Kazusa, but I love Setsuna more. So much, I don't want to see her sad. We don't want to see Setsuna cry. I don't want to betray her anymore. Kazusa is over.
タクシー10分でこっち来るって。
うん。
I let go of her hands and she moved away. They both sat against the wall and then brought ourselves close to each other again. We don't hold each other's shoulders and we don't hold hands. Kazusa rests her head on my shoulder and continues her usual feverish breath. But I don't hold her anywhere. I don't warm Kazusa up.
ねえ、ハルキ。
Our screams and lamentations are over. In the darkness illuminated by the moonlight, the rooms return to the usual quiet.
もしさ、もし私の来日が日本公演なんかじゃなくて、もし私がピアノでも失敗してさ、落ちぶれて失意のまま帰国してたとしたらさ、
カズさん、
そんな私を憐れんでお前は抱きしめてくれたかな。
No! Haruki, if you say yes, she'll do it on purpose. You gotta say Setsuna and I will comfort you. If he doesn't add Setsuna into the mix, then he's gonna mislead her again. That's one issue Haruki always have. He never includes Setsuna. He never tells Setsuna anything either. He's really bad at communicating. Let's see if he can do it. Setsuna and I.
道場でキスしてくれたかな。
Setsuna and I? Question mark. I don't know about that. Causes of faint murmurs are sucked in by the vast room.
ならなかったんだよ。
Dang, never.
そういうこと。ならなかったんだよ。
Damn.
だから考えるだけ歌だよ。
ごめんな、ハルキ。
ごめん、カズさん。
Dang, that's how they're gonna end the scene. You think Setsuna's gonna get her dream? Remember what Setsuna said to Haruki? I didn't even know she was still clinging to that dream, to be honest. I thought she forgot about it after closing chapter. But it seems that even after closing chapter, Setsuna, she's still holding on to her dream. When the three of them could be together. Kazusa, Haruki, and her. And this time, the true silence settled between us. But not Kazusa as a mistress, as a friend. Don't get your dirty minds mixed up.
怪我？
コンサートのすぐ後、階段から落ちて。
それで追加公演は？いや、まず怪我の状態だよな。
Damn.
右手の甲を切ってて、あと左手首を捻挫してて。まあ、どちらも骨には異常ないみたいですが。
両手。
As Hamada-san face turned pale right in front of me, I have no choice but to accept whatever comes my way. All while being tormented by numerous painful thoughts.
追加公演は？あと一月あるから大丈夫かな？
多分怪我は治ってるでしょうけど、ベストコンディションで演奏できるかどうかは。
そっか、そうだよな。ピアニストが練習できないなんて。
The few lies I'm telling and the many secrets I'm keeping weigh heavily on my heart. He doesn't notice the little bruise Haruki got on his face. I fell down too.
それにしても、なんで今まで連絡してくれなかったんだ？
すいません。
お前を責めてなんかないって。ホーマオフィスのこと言ってんだよ。緊密に連絡取り合うって約束だったのに。
それは、その。
After all, who could possibly imagine the improbable truth of the matter? that it's actually on my file that all this happened? Would he even understand if I explained it to him?
迷惑かけるのが申し訳なくて包帯が取れるまで黙っておこうと思ってたって。
その方が余計迷惑だろうが。何考えてんだよ。
申し訳ありません。
だからお前に言ってんじゃないって何度も言ってるだろう。あ、いや、つまりお前に当たってもしょうがないもんな。
はい。
That's why I can only lie to everyone around us right now. That's for my persuasiveness in the situation around us, and my understanding of Kazusa's feelings. I remain unable to grasp them fully yet.
とにかくアンサンブルの編集長には報告しとく。向こうはまだ東間陽子と連絡取れないらしくて。
そうなんですか。
I didn't contact Yoko-san either, because I didn't know what excuse to tell her when I couldn't protect nor even reject Kazusa. You did kind of reject her though. I mean, I think she got the message, right? No more fooling around.
それじゃあ俺そろそろ取材の時間ですから。
I only love, not only. He did tell her he loved her. I love Setsuna the most, so much that I don't want to see her cry.
東間和沙の見舞いには行くのか。
ええ、夜に。
俺も顔出そうか。今後の取材のこともあるだろうし。
いえ、今はあまり他人に会いたくないそうです。
そっか。じゃあお大事にって伝えてくれ。
はい、失礼します。
Does he know?
今はあまり他人に会いたくないか。自分は他人じゃないって言ってるぞ、お前。
Oh! He knows. That's why he's the boss. I managed to breathe a sigh of relief, but inside my heart, I still feel out of breath. No matter how many pointless apologies I made, no one could possibly be comprehended to them, and the feeling of guilt within me never eased up. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Hamada-san. I didn't know. I never knew she was this lacking in professionalism. I never knew she had become more of an amateur than ever before. I never knew she was so frail that she'd become unable to play, all because of a single guy. Damn. Oh, he's still gonna cook for her though. That's kind of nice. The scent of spicy food fills the room. Maybe Setsuna dream could come true. Right, Setsuna dream. Haruki, Kazusa. Haruki's the boyfriend, right? Or maybe husband. And then Kazusa, her BFF. All three of them hanging out like the good old days. Of course, this is the third day in a row. I'm eating curry, so I can't bring myself to get excited about the stimulating fragrance. So while boiling the mild curry, I start cutting some vegetables I happen to have in the fridge. The light of my rice cooker indicates that it has finished cooking. All that's left is to put it onto a plate. Then the belated dinner will be finished. As I lead the movements of my hands to muscle memory, and my thoughts about the present decreases, my mind insists on recalling the memories of last night. The Toma residence after 5 years. Kazusa sitting all alone with her arms around her knees. Down in the studio where we have so many memories together. Even though that place wasn't supposed to be where she belonged, that place was all she had left at the time. Compared to the world she knows and wants her, I was in shock on how confined the world she knows and wants is in comparison. She told me her true feelings for the first time since our reunion. She said that she continued having feelings for me these past 5 years. I couldn't bring myself to accept the painful and miserable truth about her feelings, even if they were very elating to me. I already have Setsuna, after all, which is why the only option for us is to break apart. We hurt each other so deeply that day that we couldn't maintain our relationship as neighbors anymore, which was already hanging on a thin thread. No, it's perhaps more accurate to say we were living together. That's why Kazusa is still in this apartment.
そろそろ起きて何か食ってくれ。いい加減タヌキ寝入りにも限界があるだろう。
Kazusa is still in this apartment despite everything that's happened. She hasn't given up on being my neighbor. I guess it's better to say that I was the one who refused to let her go.
お前 昼も結局何も食ってなかったじゃないか。もう熱下がってるんだし、本当は起きれるんだろ。
After all, there's no way I can let her go. She had a fever. Both her hands are injured. Not to mention the fact that I can't get in touch with Yoko-san. She would never go to the hospital by herself either. So no matter how little sense this all makes, I have no choice but to do something right now.
いつまでもこのままってわけにもいかないだろう。食事もそうだけど、怪我の治療だって。
Even if that entails the fact that ever since I got home, I've been measuring her temperature with my hands, wiping off her sweat, and gazing intently at her face. Regardless, Kazusa has kept her eyes stubbornly closed, seemingly asleep.
口なんか聞けるわけないだろう。
You think she could get over it now? Yeah, maybe. At least he finally... Technically, he finally did break up with her, right? I think that count as setting her free. No, all he has to do, all Haruki has to do is mend her heart, so she can get back on her feet again. Not to the point where, you know, well, she feel, you know, fall in love with him. No, just taking care of her as a friend, right?
カズさん。
I knew from the beginning that she was awake all along, because I could feel constant gaze every time I turned away from her, painfully so.
私、お前に告白したんだぞ。思いっきり振られたんだぞ。
He finally set her free. Now she just gotta get back on her feet. She's good to go. She's been caged up by Haruki for the last 5 years. Now she's finally free.
振ってなんか。
No, Haruki, you're such a bitch. What the fuck, man? Bro, set her free. Stop being so misleading. You pussy. What the fuck? In complete contrast to the cries coming from the innermost depths of her heart back then. The first thing Kazusa says in over a day is little more than a vigorless murmur.
玉砕した相手に面倒見られるなんて、拷問以外の何者でもないじゃないか。
She's desperately trying to prevent any anger or sadness from being infused in her voice. But those involuntary feelings are conveyed clearly through the shaking of her voice.
私を見るな。私をそんな優しい目で見ないでくれよ、春樹。
Damn. Hold up, bro.
哀れみなんかやめてくれ。
Hold up, bro. I don't have the Sprite. Is this a throwback? Is this her old uniform? Not uniform, but is this her old casual clothes? I think it's a throwback. Wait, what clothes does she always have? I don't remember her clothes. Yeah, she usually have this clothes. She got the stylish white shirt, the belt hanging low. Right, with some pants. This
俺に
is
構われるのが嫌だったら
it's a
ちゃんと生
throwback.
きろよ。自分の力で立ってくれよ。
Yeah, this has to be a throwback to her old clothes from Introductory chapter. The only difference is her chest is way huger. That's it.
そしたらお前はいなくなるのか。
Damn.
私の前から永遠に消えてなくなるのか。
お前が望むなら。
Dang.
望まない。そんなの嫌だ。
Damn, she's so cute though.
なら食ってくれよ。包帯変えさせてくれよ。お前の面倒見させてくれよ。
それも嫌だ。今は絶対に嫌だ。帰ってくれ。私の部屋から出て行ってくれ。お願いだから。
でも飯と傷の手当てと本当は体温だって測りたいし。
うるさいよお前。本当にうざいよ。勘弁してくれよ。
カズさ。
However, when she tried to stop her emotions from appearing in her voice, was only the beginning. Before long, countless painful feelings seep into that faint voice, stabbing at me. The thing that was hiding from Kazusa's kindness, the thing that exposed them, was my inability to read the atmosphere. Gotta let it sleep, right? I returned to my room, turned off the lights, and put myself under the bedsheet, but that didn't mean I could fall asleep. From what I felt from her forehead, the temperature was down. From what I can judge from treating her hands, her right hand hasn't experienced any separation. And the sprain on her left hand doesn't seem to be too serious either. I'm still a bit nervous about her additional concert a month from now. But as far as her being able to continue playing the piano is concerned, there should be nothing to worry about. At least as far as her physical health is concerned. He's hungry. He didn't eat. He made all that food, but none for him. As I repeatedly turn and toss in bed, I feel an instinctive desire well up in me, apart from the desire to sleep. Come to think of it, I didn't eat anything either. I wonder when all that curry is ever going to be fully eaten. But going over to the other apartment now at 3 a.m. to fetch the saucepan would be problematic, both on a personal and practical level. I guess some McDonald's or something, man. I don't know. I curl up in a ball and hold my empty stomach. Then I put that sheet over my head and forcibly close my eyes. Both the curry and our discussion will have to wait until tomorrow. Her apartment wasn't closed with a chain today. She created a situation where only I can enter since I have the key. This isn't entirely safe from the security standpoint, but right now I'm more than happy that she opened up the door to her heart a little. So good night, Kazusa. Tomorrow morning, I'll see if curry makes a good breakfast or not. So for now, I will make myself comfortable and let my consciousness fade. Oh shit. What the fuck? It seems I won't be able to do that quite yet. I thought we were cool. What happened? Kazusa! You okay? What? Got the key. Holy shit! What the fuck? God damn it. Come on, Kazusa. Is it really that hard to get curry from a frying pan or something? It's been an hour since I left Kazusa's room, as she was muttering her sadness. And now before me, I was once again appeared in this room. Lies a pitiful scene that makes me astonished that this is even the same place.
カレーのお姫様。
こんなもの部屋に置いておくからだ。
Forget curry stained clothes, her hair is covered in thick curry. The pot, the plates, and their contents are all on the floor. The room is filled with the smell of 3-day-old mild curry.
これしばらく匂い落ちないぞ。
こぼす前から部屋中に匂ってた。
どうしてこんなこと捨てようとしたのか。
そんなこと、そんなもったいないことするわけないじゃないか。
I think her hand hurts. It is kind of hard to get some, to pour a plate for yourself when you have 2 broken hands. It's not broken, but it's injured.
部屋中に匂ってて、そのせいでどんどんお腹空いてきて。
そっか。
And Haruki was thinking the same thing. It's like their tummies. Their tummies are in unison. Haruki's hungry too. From what I felt from her forehead, her temperature was down. So there would be nothing strange about her appetite returning to her. In fact, that would be a good thing.
だからその鍋をテーブルに持ってこうとして。
2 injured hands. Though I would have been happy if she understood the state of her hands are in.
こんなにぐるぐる巻きにしやがって。お前はいつも大丈夫大丈夫って言うけど、やってることは穴だらけじゃないか。
ああ、わかったわかった。とりあえず俺が片付けておくから、カズサは風呂行って体洗って着替えて。
どうやって？
Damn, 2 injured hands. How did she clean herself? Setsuna! Setsuna! Damn, Setsuna's on a business trip. Oh shit. What do we do? How does she clean herself? Saying that, Kazusa shows me her originally white but not yellow bandage with a spiteful glare.
だからお前は穴だらけだって言うんだ。
What do we do? Oh, we have... Damn. Io is busy too, isn't she? I don't know. That's GG-san.
なあ、本当にいいのかよ。
何を言ってるんだ今さら。いいも悪いもこれしか選択肢がないだろ。
Alright. Haruki, have some discipline. Self-discipline.
絶対に少しは目に入るぞ。隠しきれるもんじゃないぞ。
別に隠すつもりなんかない。
逆に困るよ、俺。
そんなに見たくないのか。
Damn, when she put it like this, I guess we have to look. You're not looking though. Fuck you. I don't know what to do. I'll let her rock.
そうじゃないから困るって言ってんのに。
I don't know, it depends how much they show. If they show just nipples, maybe. But they show a whole bunch? I don't know, man.
5年
Her
前
titties are huge.
とっくに全部見られてる。
Yeah,
今
but
さらだ。
your titties are way bigger now.
早くしろ。風呂までカレー臭くなるだろう。
じゃあ
あ、
Alright.
やっちゃうぞ。
God damn it.
しつこい。
What do I do? It's alright. It's not that bad. I put 3 times as much shampoo as usual in my hands and rub it against the sticky black hair in front of me. I like her forehead. She should keep her hair like this, I'm not gonna lie. I do like her forehead. Obviously, I can't work on her hair like a hairstylist with my eyes either closed or averted. In other words, cause her white back is right before me.
もうちょっと強くやってもいい。いつもそんなに気を使ってるわけじゃないし。
わかった。
Inside the bathroom where everything we say comes with an echo. The only sound that can be heard is that of my finger rubbing against her hair. If someone who knew either of us saw this, they certainly would faint at the sight. The only Kazusa is wearing are the bandages on both her hands. And since both her hands are incapable right now, I had to undress her with the exception of her underwear. Kazusa never laughed at me as I desperately tried to close and avert my eyes in the dressing room. But she made sure to possibly to make things as difficult for me as possible.
ある意味、怪我の巧妙かもな。
そう
Lucky
か。
break.
2日も風呂に入ってなかったから、髪も肌もベタついてたし。
Yeah.
肌って
Am I supposed to wash her there too? Oh shit!
こんな汚い私、
What do we do?
お前に見られたくなかったんだ。ちょうどよかった。
Well, isn't Haruki gonna see you in this gross state? Anyway, if he's gonna, I mean, whatever, fuck it.
あのな。
Let's keep going. Is that why she never faced me all day? Oh, that's why she was having issues. You meant earlier. Alright. Does that mean that she'll show me everything as long as she looks good? And that she'll even allow me to wash her? Is she more ashamed about having me know that her skin is dirty than she is about having her skin exposed in the first place? And does that mean that in your eyes I'm...
気持ちいい。頭がだよ。何ビビってんだよ。
あ、ごめん。
Haruki, stop being a bitch. Wash her hair properly.
この臆病者。うん。ただ私を嫌悪してるだけか。
ふざけたこと。
I do like her face
言
though.
ってんなよ。
I'm not gonna lie. I want to see what her eyes
その
look
くらい
like.
強いのがいい。もっとゴシゴシやってくれ。
My fingers are covered in a layer of constant black hair. They twine around me as if I'm binding me to her. I know that I'm just overthinking it. I know that I'm just making a large leap in logic. But I can't deny the possibility that it's a desired bird deep in my heart.
なあ、ハルキ。
なんだよ。
私が昨べ言ったこと
Last night.
忘れてくれ。
About her confession? Last night.
今だけでいいんだ。
Oh, you meant
今だ
that.
け。私を愛してくれればいい。あ 私を抱きしめて求めて甘い言葉をささやいて
Hey! Is it just me? Or come on, man. Doesn't she look... I always thought Kazusa looked pretty good, but... Doesn't she look way better? With the forehead out. Right. I kind of like that. Look, that's her old hair. This her when she's taking a bath. Oh, never mind. Far too much happened for me to forget. Not to mention the intensity of what happened. Right there.
あれは全部デタラメだ
I kind of like this more.
熱に浮かされてたんだ
Oh, I got something for the Setsuna fans, though. Don't worry. Setsuna fans, I got you. Hold up. Remember what I said when we started Setsuna Route? I gave Setsuna long hair. I took out the twin tails.
分かってるよ、そんなこと。
I'll show it later. When we get to the ending. Those words were powerful enough for me to remember them for a lifetime. Telling me to forget them in a mere 2 days would be unbearable.
分かってるだって
Hearing the vague response I made at the end of my anguish.
分かってないお前全然分かってないよ
There's no way Kazusa would overlook it.
熱に浮かされてる時に嘘なんか言うわけないだろデタラメなんか作れるわけないだろ
Yeah, that was really cold when Haruki said that. I was kind of hurt when he said that too.
カズさん
Calling her confession a delirium. She just... It's messed up. Because she's an idiot who etches every word and every action of mine into her mind.
私の強がりを適当に流すな額面通りに受け取るな
ごめん
While murmuring her complaints, Kazusa's voice had already grown tearful. The white shirt in front of me starts to shake, but I'm not allowed to put my hands on them.
不在だろ私
そんなわけないって
Is she testing him?
振られたのに捨てられたのにこんなに依存して私って痛いだろ死んじまえってレベルだろ
うざいのも痛いのも俺の1000倍特許だろお前ごときが俺を超えるなんて10年早いんだよ
そんな中途半端な年数言うな10年くらい全然大したことないじゃないか
100年早いんだよ
Damn! That's right. These past 5 years apart might as well not have happened. We might actually be able to overcome 10 years with ease. Maybe.
ほらこれでも食ってろ
おう
Hey, she got her other clothes on. After watching Kazusa's hair, damn, I don't know, man. She looked pretty good with this hairstyle too. What do you like more? I don't know. I think I like the forehead more. I'll be honest. It shows confidence. Right? Usually people with really long hair covering their eyes. Usually those type of characters are like the shy characters. The character with the big foreheads are usually the most loud ones, right? The one that has that's like the most quote unquote I guess confidence. But I guess it makes sense for Kazusa to have this kind of hairstyle, right? Even though she is confident in her skills, Kazusa is still an introvert. She's a really shy girl. After watching Kazusa's hair, I used up more courage and self-restraint than ever before as I watched her body. The smooth curves and sudden changes in elevation I felt through the sponge challenged my restraint a great deal. But I managed to close both my eyes and my mind, and made it through without any incident.
時間と具がなかったから塩結びだけど文句は言うに決まってるかでも我慢しろ
うん
Once we got out of the bath, I had to clean up the disastrous state of the room and deal with the root behind it all. To put it more specifically, cleaning up the floor and preparing a late night snack for Kazusa.
ちょっとバタバタするけどそれも我慢しろいつまでもカレーまみれの部屋にいたくないだろ
春樹は腹空いてないのか
Yeah.
ああなるべくなら2個くらい残しといてくれ 掃除が終わったら食べるから。
I clean up the pieces of the shattered plates, wipe the curry using the kitchen towel, and then I use a cleaning agent to try to wipe the stains away. When I turn on the ventilation fan and open the window a bit, the home is filled with the cold winter air, but right now there is no choice but to bear
お
that.
前さ、腹減ったんなら俺を呼べよ。
温めるだけだから大丈夫だと思ったんだよ。
そりゃ両手を怪我してなかったらな。
She never had injured hands before, Haruki. Both injured hands. Gotta ease up on her. As both the plate and the curry are quickly picked up and wiped away, the floor returned to its usual pretty state.
普段でさえ役立たずなのに、今のお前は赤ん坊といい勝負なんだから。それくらいちゃんと自覚しといてくれよな。
ひどいこと言うんだな。
夜中に叩き起こすところなんか0歳児まんまだろ。
Damn.
別にわざとじゃ。
グダグダ言ってないで早く食えよ。
Oh
腹減
yeah,
ってたんだろ。
Haruki! Yeah, he's so caring. I wipe it one last time with kitchen paper and spray deodorant. He's like a mom, isn't he? Haruki's like her mom. Not her mom, but he's like a mom. You know what I'm trying to say. He's like mother-like. What they call those? There's a word for that. I forgot that word. He's like a maternal instincts is kicking in. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. His maternal instincts are kicking in. I wipe it one last time with kitchen paper. I spray deodorant around the whole room, which marks the end of my temporary emergency measures. In truth, I went to pull out the vacuum cleaner too, but it's the middle of the night, so I had to do that tomorrow.
なんだよ。やっぱりおかずがないと食べられないっていうのか。
I glanced towards Kazusa as I wiped the floor and see she hasn't eaten a single one of the onigiri on her plate.
包帯取り替えたいから早く済ませてほしいんだけどな。
I gotta feed her. I mean, Haruki gotta feed her. And then, as if ignoring my complaint, Kazusa reacts in the usual way by turning in the other direction.
赤ん坊並みだなんて言って悪かったって謝ればいいのか。
She's soaking again. Seriously, what a pain.
カレーひっくり返すくらい腹減ってたんだろ。早く食ってぐっすり寝ろよ。
わざとひっくり返したわけじゃない。それに食べたくないわけでもない。
She can't pick up the onigiri.
じゃあ何？
この手じゃ食べられない。
Nah, bro. She sprained her left hand, injured her right hand. She's taking advantage of Haruki. Let's be real. She's testing him, right? Or maybe this is what she really wants. This little happiness. I think Haruki should just oblige, right?
左手ならなんとかなるだろう。そっちは手首にしか包帯巻いてないし。
As long as he doesn't go too far, I think he'll be okay. Yeah, that's what I said too. I'm like, what? Nah, wait a minute. You only sprained your left hand. Oh, was it the right hand? She only sprained one of her hands. Yeah, got her. Haruki's not gonna feed you. Alright, come on, bro. Just feed her. For some reason, that really made her angry.
お前何言ってるんだ。
何って何？
両手使うなってしつこく命令したの春樹じゃないか。私はその言いつけをきっちり守ってるだけだ。
けどおにぎりくらい軽いものなら。
Come on, Haruki, just oblige.
とにかく私はやらない。手だけは無茶するわけにはいかない。
その考え方を昨夜にも発揮してくれたら俺はこうして気を使わなくて。
It seems that made her even angrier. As usual, the intensity of her glare is leagues above anyone else.
あのな、どうして今になってそんなわがまま言うんだよ。さっきまでカレーを一人で食おうとしてたやつが。
さっきカレーを一人で食べようとしてその行為を全否定されたからだ。
And her stubbornness is leagues above anyone else as well. But for the most part, she just picks up that attitude.
なんだよ。あんしてくれなきゃ食べないとでも言うつもりか。
Yeah.
うん。
Yeah. Come on, man. It's
おい、
only onigiri. Just feed her. It's only for a little while. in truth, it's not like she's not angry, but there's a more prominent feeling within her too. You know, Haruki should have been a nurse. I think Haruki would have made a really good nurse. It's too late anyway. He really got into the, really got a pretty good job of Kyosha as a paparazzi or whatever he is, a journalist. That's why she's looking at me with upturned eyes right now.
お前さっき言ったよな。今の私は赤ん坊だって。
カズさ。
そのことを自覚しろって。何かあったら俺を呼べって。いや、だからちゃんとお前でも食べられるように。もういい。寝る。そして飢え死ぬ。カズさ、お前いい加減に。
Come on, Haruki, stop being stubborn, just feed her. And then her expression shifted to a second, different one. Something pulling in her upturned eyes.
言えよ。
カズさ、
いい加減にしろって。言えよ。もう面倒見きれないって言ってくれよ。
You know he can't do it. He loves you too, Kazusa. Immediately afterward, she lets out a third expression, and what was pulling in her eyes is now falling to the floor. It's staining to the floor that just cleaned up.
捨てるんだよ。お前が。はっきり告げるんだよ。ゆうべみたいに。さあ。
When things come to this, I have no way of fighting back. Did he do it? Did he feed her? There you go. Thank you, Haruki. You know, I give him this.
いいか。
Haruki! I do like this side of him a lot. Alright. I do detest Haruki depression state a lot. His sad boy state. But I really like this side of him more though. I think that balanced out the character. Alright. He does have a pretty good side. Which is his like maternal instinct side, right? The nursing side. I like that a lot.
一口だけ。
よし。
Even the tea. In the right hand is a half-eaten onigiri, and the left hand is a half-empty cup of tea. And those hands, of course, belong to me.
もう一個。
俺も腹減ってるんだけど。
勝手に食べればいいだろ。別に全部よこせなんて言ってない。
Hold on, can I? Oh, you can't go back. I kind of want to go back. I want to see the expression she had when she said, one more, right? Because I like the way she said one more. I thought it was pretty cute.
それはそうだけど。
もう一個。
分かってるって。
With my hands occupied like this, I can't eat my own portion. But nothing can be done about that. I have no choice but to become Kazusa's hands, for now.
うまいか。
しょっぱい。私を高血圧で殺す気か。
But that's how you make the rice stick together.
高血圧は直接の死因にはならないぞ。正しく非難するなら、そこから派生する病名を言うべきだ。脳卒中とか心筋梗塞とか。
Ah, damn, let's go, Haruki. Her whining so predictable.
なんて予想通りのへりくつだ。お前つまんないよ。
悪かったな。
Dang, it's alright, Haruki. At least you got her, right? Everything about this is so predictable that my heart can't endure.
つまんない上にバカだ。大バカだ。捨てた犬にまだ餌をやり続けるなんて。
カズさん。
I want to call you a dog.
そんなことされたら余計懐くに決まってるじゃないか。何考えてるんだよ、お前。
We gotta friend zone her. Call her friend. Right? Say that I'll do this because you're my friend. I wonder if the salty taste is caused by the salt alone.
でも、お前が食べられないって。
犬が口を開けるのは仕方ないことだろう。飼い主がしつけなきゃダメだろ。
無茶言うなよ。
You've never been my pet. You've never been mine, not even once. If I tell her those feelings within me, I'm sure they'll be outdone by Kazusa's much more powerful feelings.
もっと
ほら
That's why I can't only distract her by passing the time in a peaceful way right now. Without any conclusion, without any resolve, I still love her. Alright, still loving her, and still unable to love her.
うん
うん
春樹
もう一個行くか
Oh, God. That's why right now I grabbed the last onigiri that just Kazusa urges me to. So that we can divide it and eat it together. Just like the last one that disappeared into my mouth. Man, that's messed up. They hurting me. You know what I like? The wheelchair girls! I don't know what it is. I always like to see the main character just take care. Just to nurse the heroines. I don't know what it is. It makes my heart flutter to see the scene. Maybe because it's wholesome, right? Maybe I could feel the wholesomeness. It's been a while. Actually, it hasn't been long for me to write that. But I get the feeling that it's been a long time since I last talked to Setsuna like this. I'm sorry, the situation right now is terrible. I didn't make it in time for the concert. I managed to meet Kazusa last night, but obviously she didn't forgive me. I had a fight with Kazusa. Thanks to that, Kazusa hurt her hand. The injury itself isn't anything big. She'll make it in time for the additional concert, but she'll be unable to do anything by herself for a while. That's why I'm next to Kazusa right now. I'm taking care of her. She hurt herself because of me, and we're still working with each other. This is both my duty and my responsibility.
何言ってんだ俺
I'm astonished at what I've written and how it shows how I'm trying to run away. The details are far too lacking, and I only bother to write about how I don't want to talk to Setsuna. Setsuna can obviously see through all my excuses. I'm sorry for worrying you up until now, and I'm sorry for all the worry I'll be causing you from now on. I know that Kazusa didn't forgive me. She also knows that Kazusa hasn't given up on me. But right now, giving Kazusa peace of mind and talking to her is my top priority. Setsuna knows that time didn't solve anything. She knows that everything turned out exactly how she expected it to. Because I promise you, Setsuna, the pain isn't the only thing I'm dealing with, but that I'm also feeling comfortable with Kazusa. I'll send you a text tomorrow. Good night. I won't look forward to the reply, because if what Setsuna said is true, she won't send me anything. It's not that she's not angry. It's not like she doesn't feel betrayed. But there's one thing I can't keep on doing anymore. I can't hide my further betrayals. I can't hide the fact that my heart's wavering. I can't tell her about my feelings honestly, but I don't want to say nothing to her either. I want Setsuna to see through me. I want her to doubt me, because I want to see Setsuna. Good night, Setsuna, and good night, Kazusa. Even if I fall asleep now, I won't get more than an hour's worth of sleep, but I'll sleep anyway. After all, I finally feel like I can fall asleep now, because being with Setsuna... My bad. Sorry, Setsuna Rao. My bad. All got Setsuna's in my head right now. Setsuna Rao. Because being with Kazusa, my heart was put at ease.
そこをなんと
What
か
day is it?
連絡だけでも取れないでしょうか
This is like the 31st? I don't know what day is it. But Setsuna should be done with her business trip.
いえですから何度聞かれても知らないことは答えようが
Oh man, that hush money. Miyoko, she got the hush money. It's almost been a week since the concert. Ever since that day, I've been unable to find anyone who could tell me where Tomo Yoko is, no matter how dependable the source is. Not even her own company.
決してご迷惑はおかけしません海洋社の北原と告げていただければ社長さんも納得いただけるはずです
ですね北原さん私もこうして何度もお話しさせていただいているのであなたが信頼のおける方だというのは分かっています
ありがとうございます
ですが現在弊社としてもトーマと連絡が取れない状態でして実際困ってるんですお恥ずかしい話ですが
そうなんですか
Judging from what this employee is saying, something like this would concern the survivor of the very company. But I can't sense any nervousness from her tone. That's why I'm not sure if her answer is true, or if some organized plan they're all in on.
大変申し訳ありませんが、そういうことですので。
Seriously, where is Yoko-san? Is she aware of the state of her precious daughter is in, or how much she needs her mother right now? Or perhaps she thinks that everything will be fine as long as she leaves everything to me. Does she still have that kind of careless attitude? Even when the situation has changed so drastically?
わかりました。残念です。
お力になれず。
いえ、仕方ないです。カズサさんからぜひ会いたいとことづかってたんですが、やっぱり無理ですか。
That's a shame, really. I hope to get through this without resorting to dirty tactics.
ちょっと待ってください。
Oh, let's go!
それでは失礼します。もしも社長さんに連絡取れましたら、北原の方に。
だからちょっと、切っちゃダメではなく、お待ちください。
What?
ですが、これ以上お手数をおかけするのも。
いいえ、今度はこちらから質問なんですが。
アンサンブルの記事チェックの件でしょうか。それでしたら週明けには。
弊社の東間和沙と連絡を取ったんですか？いつ？
直接コンタクトを取るのは問題ありましたでしょうか。ですが、最初の顔合わせの時には。
いえ、そういう話じゃなくて、彼女の居場所知ってるんですか？
あれ？おかしいな。つい先ほど滞在先に伺ってきたばかりなんですが。
どこです？滞在先って。彼女は無事なんでしょうか？怪我の具合は？
どうしてそちらで把握してないんです？連絡行ってるんじゃないんですか？それは
Hush money? Damn, dude, it's her job. She's supposed to stay quiet. It's fucked up. She might get fired if she tell Haruki, but I mean, well, we gotta proceed to the story. Sorry, Yoko. While they're perfectly willing to acknowledge someone Yoko is missing, they're reacting differently to the more significant disappearance of Tomo Kazusa.
ですね、北原さん。実は私困ってるんですよ。
私も困ってます。
Alright, this is it. The silence game. Who's gonna break first? In other words, their lackluster reaction toward the other missing person, Tomo Yoko, suggests.
そちらに社長からの連絡が行けば、こちらに東間和沙から連絡が入るということでよろしいでしょうか。
起点の効いた対応、感謝いたします。
I feel like a kidnapper. I have your daughter.
北原くん聞いたよ。アンサンブルの増刊作ることになったんだって。
After finishing a task that may or may not be related to my actual work, I'm greeted by an onlooker by the name of Suzuki-san, who was waiting for me to finish the call.
作るのはヘンプロですよ。俺はお手伝いみたいなもので。
私の聞いた話じゃほとんど一人で作ってるってことだったけど、記事書いて写真撮って編集して印刷して営業して。
どこの同人誌ですか？
However, I can't say that I don't feel somewhat unsettled by the fact that I'm in charge of over half of this project. This something is outside the normal process of a major publisher, more like an idea of a minor publisher would come up with.
単に作業量が多いだけですよ。基本的にはヘンプロの人たちにフォローしてもらうし、編集長も全面監修してくれるって。
それでもあれだよそれ。
What does that mean?
どれですか？
入社1年目にして編集後期の一番最初に名前が出るんだよ。
Oh, that's pretty cool actually. I never really thought about that.
誰もそんなところ注目しませんって。
I pay attention sometimes.
何言ってるの。まっちゃん大ショックだよ。彼も3年目なのに3番手から上に上がったことないんだよ。
鈴木さんも2番手から上がったことありませんよね。
というか、本人の目の前で煽らないでください。
だって本人の目の前でないと陰口になっちゃうじゃん。私そういう演出なの嫌だな。
I like Suzuki. She's cool.
だからって面と向かっていじめられてもちっとも嬉しくないんですけど。
I'd rather bully you in front of you. It's more fun that way. The Tomo Kazusa special issue that was originally supposed to be in Symbol main article. But at some point, it turned into a special issue boasting over 100 pages. Even though I'm receiving help from the professionals, it is pretty much a magazine of its own. Though it's worth celebrating because this is the first big project I've taken part in. The deadline is in the end of February. The release will be in the beginning of March. The rather tight deadline established in order to not miss out on the Toma Kazusa craze.
私のおかげだな。
まあそれは否定しない。
And right now, the woman on the cover is making fun of me right to my face. She made me wash her face and body just earlier, then described the curry I made again for her as terrible after all. And right now, she's making me change her bandages.
お前が初めて作る本がよりにもよって私の特集号なんてな。
トーマカズサと同級生だからって以外に俺が任される理由がないからな。
The swelling on her left hand is mostly gone, so I just left her wrist supporter on. Now I'm disinfecting the wound on her right hand.
バイトから正社員になれたのだってお前が国際コンクールで準優勝した時の記事が認められたから。ほら動くな。
そっちこそもっと優しくしろ。お前のやり方いちいちしみるんだよ。
我慢しろ。自業自得だろ。
She relies on me for everything, yet her attitude goes just beyond just complaining. The spoiler causes us back. The selfish causes us back. Her vigor has come back to life.
ひどい言い草だな。大恩人に対して。
そこまで言うか。
さっきまでの話を聞いてたら、編集者としてのお前はどう考えても私に育てられたみたいなもんじゃないか。
Yeah, she's kinda right.
違うね。そんなのはきっかけだ。
What you mean?
じゃあお前は自分が出版社に就職できたのも一発の編集者気取りができるのも全部自分の実力だっていうつもりか？
それも違うな。俺を引っ張り上げてくれたある人のおかげだよ。
Setsuna?
ある人？
Oh, Mari-san! I forgot about her. Mari-san. Feeling happy that Kazusa is starting to go back to normal. I counter her complaints like usual.
バイトの頃俺の面倒を見てくれた先輩がいてさ、その人がお前の記事を任せてくれて俺を編集部に推薦までしてくれた。
And as I do that, I begin to talk about myself.
まだ若いのにものすごく有能で、しかも厳しくて。
Come to think of it, in the past, didn't Kazusa call me annoying because of this habit?
ついでにかっこよくて颯爽としてて、しかもものすごい美人だった。
女なのか？
今はアメリカの子会社に赴任してるけどさ、いずれは編集長になって戻ってくるってもっぱらの噂で。
If I remember correctly, the thing that annoyed her the most was...
好きだったのか？
お前な、見境なく嫉妬するなよ。
悪いかよ。
Yeah, he loved her, but that was a different route.
冗談だったのに。
冗談で済むか？
Thinking back, maybe that really was the reason. When I was talking about myself, there was a moment where Kazusa looked particularly annoyed.
お前の口から私の知らない女の話聞かされて冷静でいられるわけなんかないだろ。
とにかく一度でいいから彼女が歌ってるところを見てほしいんだ。
Oh, damn.
絶対認識が変わるから。
I never picked that up. Of course she'll be angry. That was when I talked about Setsuna, a girl she didn't know back then.
そういえば喋り方とか身のこなしとかちょっとお前に似てたかな。
私の面影を重ねたりしたか？
Yeah. Honestly, he saw Kazusa. It's fucked up. I don't know about Koharu, but he saw Mari and Chiaki as Kazusa replacement. Well, Chiaki was like Kazusa and Setsuna, right? Because of her acting skills. Wait, does that mean
私に似てたから憧れたのか？
Kazusa must have felt conscious about me pretty early on, right?
確かに憧れてたけど別にお前に似てたからってわけじゃなかったよ。
さっきの
力入れるな。傷が開いたらどうすんだ。
Damn, Haruki, stop giving her hints, bro. I don't think she's over Haruki, bro. I don't think it worked. I don't know if the breakup was effective or not. It's hard to tell.
うるさい。
And then with her hand free from her bandages for the first time in a while, she comes at my hand with her nails.
話せよ。包帯負けないだろ。
知るか。
It's not just her nails. Even her fingertips feel hard as rocks. This part of her body alone is completely lacking femininity. But that's precisely why they're so precious. I have no choice but to watch those fingertips dig into the back of my hand.
可能するぞ。鎖切って手首からポトッと落ちるぞ。
別にそうなったらなった時だ。
No matter how much I joke around, Kazusa will only respond in dead seriousness right now. This situation is almost identical to the time of our reunion, but Kazusa is almost like a completely different person from back then. Perhaps in a sense, she has transformed into a real Kazusa. Real Tomo Kazusa, the spoiled rich kid. The spoiled brat that always want to be taken care of. I always like that about her though.
商売道具失ってどうやって生きていくつもりだ。
お前には関係ないだろ。
本当にこんなバカとは思いもしなかった。
That's why I have no choice but to respond to her in a tasteless and ugly manner.
バカだと思うか。
当たり前だろ。お前のこの両手はもうお前だけのものじゃ。
私にとっては両手よりも大事なものがあるって言ったら。
Damn, what the fuck? The breakup didn't work. Wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let her finish. Let her finish. Because her attitude is so half-assed, I have no choice but to accept any fastball she throws at me. My only response was that my heart skipped a beat, and it was difficult for me to breathe.
本当に気づいてくれてなかったのか。私全然隠せてないと思ってたんだけどな。
思い込みだよ。記憶を美化しすぎてんだよ。
Damn, I thought she got
5年ぶり
over
に会った
Haruki.
せいで勘違いで盛り上がってるだけだ。お互い。
お前も盛り上がってるのか。
Damn! What the fuck, bro? The breakup didn't work. Was it effective though? I at least want to know that. If that's not effective enough, I wonder. Now let's keep going. No need to wonder, right? Let's keep going to the end. Putting all of her power into her pitch, not worrying about appearances, she managed to catch me off guard, using my own words against me.
すぐ忘れるって。少し時間が経って落ち着いたら俺程度の男のことなんか。
It's kind of hard to forget about you, Haruki. If you keep treating her, right? You need to choose your words carefully.
5年忘れられなかったやつのことを数日間でどうやって忘れるって言うんだ。
カズさ。
何度も言ってるだろ。そんなに忘れてほしいのならお前から行動すればいいんだ。
Leave her. There's no room for doubt anymore. Right now, Kazusa is unquestionably a woman in my eyes.
お前が私に大嫌いだって言ってくれたら
やめろ。
二度と顔も見たくないってケラケラ笑いながら見下してくれたら。
やめろ。やめろよ。
そしたらさ、もしかして忘れられるかもしれないけどな。
いい加減にしてくれ。そんなの想像するのも
Is
嫌だ。
looping? Yeah. I thought the I love Setsuna would be pretty effective, but it's not. Right now, I'm just thinking in my head. I wonder what he needs. I feel like, honestly, this entire game always kept Kazusa from talking to Setsuna. I think when Kazusa talked to Setsuna, that would be the true resolution. For some reason, this game always kept them separated. It's always Haruki to Kazusa or Haruki to Setsuna, right? But it's never Setsuna to Kazusa. So I bet when the Haruki brings Setsuna into the mix, that's when the true resolution will happen. No matter how much I try to escape with my words, I can't let go of her hand I'm holding.
春樹、お前はひどい男だ。刹那にも私にもひどい男だよ。
Yeah, Haruki kind of fucking messed up both of their lives. He kind of messed up Koharu's life too. He almost messed up Mari's life. Chiaki's life, I don't know. I don't think he would have messed that up, would he? But all I remember is every girl that did fall in love with Haruki, he kind of messed up their life. Right, Koharu got bullied. Setsuna didn't sing for like 2 years, 3 years. Right, she couldn't sing anymore. Mari almost gave up her dream job. Right, she was like trying to go to like, you know, go up in the world, but Haruki was holding her back. And now with Kazusa, she can't play the piano because of Haruki. And now she had the worst performance of her life. And Haruki, you're just wrecking everybody's life. At some point, Kazusa's fingers intertwine around mine, but I can do nothing but pretend not to notice.
そういうの優しいなんて言わないんだぞ。ただの男のわがままでしかないんだぞ。
分かってる。分かってるよ。
I can't even grasp back at the finger intertwining around mine. Even if she puts her other hands around them, even if she then rests her forehead on my hands.
ええかっこしいで何もかも手に入れたがって自分をいい人間だと思わせたいだけの上辺だけの最低の人間だぞ。
俺が最低なのは最初から分かってる。だから嫌われても仕方ない。
そうやって相手の心変わりに期待するところが最低だって言ってるんだ。お前は最低だ、春樹。だから意地でも嫌ってなんかやるものか。
Just like me. You're just like me. Even I feel the warm and soft sensation of her lips on the back of my hands. Now what? Texting Setsuna again. Good evening. Kazusa has calmed down a bit. She has started eating again. She has also started to let me treat her hands. Although as expected, she still won't talk to me properly. That will probably take a bit more time to solve. Kazusa is a bit weak-hearted right now. Due to what happened with the concert, her homesickness, and well, a lot of other things, she become unable to restrain her feelings. That's why I can't tell her directly yet. I'm sorry for not being able to resolve to... I'm sorry for making you suffer countless times over countless days. Well then, I'll talk to you tomorrow. P.S. My new project has been decided on. They're going to let me write an entire issue. Though I think you can imagine what it's about. You might even have a bad feeling about it. It's a bi-monthly assembled special issue. That is to say, a special number on Tomo Kazusa. I do think that it's beyond my means. Most likely, I didn't get the job because of my hard work and sheer ability. But even then, this is my chance. I still want to give it my all. What day is it? Who's calling me at this hour? Setsuna! No, it's Kazusa, right?
はい、北原です。
Probably Kazusa got hungry.
はい。はい。いえ、とんでもない。
Oh no, it might be Yoko? Or his job?
ご無沙汰してます。
Yoko-san.
陽子さん。
Wonder what happened to her. February 1st, Friday. Hey, when was Setsuna's birthday? Setsuna's birthday is like around Valentine's Day, right? So it's like the 10th or something like that. Oh shit.
美代子さん
Combing her hair.
怒ってるだろうな。
Damn! Ohime-sama! Haruki! Brushing her hair.
そりゃ当たり前だろ。
Well, yeah, she did injure both her hands. I guess that makes sense too. He did it before she even injured her hand. The next morning, once I told Kazusa that I had gone out of my way to contact her office, she started complaining a lot, as expected. Once I finally told her that it's about time she dropped by the office, she started grumbling, which made me an hour late for work.
なあ、なんて言い訳すればいいと思う？
まあ正直に話すしかないだろうな。誠意を見せれば向こうだって。
男に捨てられたショックで何も手につかなかったって？
No.
おい。
I'm actually still in the middle of being late for work right now.
お前が正直に話せって言うからだ。それが私の真実なんだから。
Damn, did Haruki at least called in?
そこまでぶっちゃける必要ないだろう。だいたいお前、最初は熱出してたんだから、素直に病気で寝込んでたって言えば。
熱出したのも怪我したのも寝込んだのも、全部お前がコンサートに来なかったから。
Yeah.
ああ、わかったわかった。俺が全部悪うございました。
あ、いた。
Damn.
こら、ちゃんとまっすぐ通せよ。
I was waiting for him to say Ojo-sama or something like
Oh,
that. Because he is kind of treating her like a princess.
スタイリストと比べられても困る。
Kazusa, beautiful long hair, slips through my brush. Just by lifting a single strand of hair, I can see the sunlight reflecting in it, and like water, it flows smoothly down my palm. The work of art, whose peculiar... Hold on. Excuse me. Peculiarity is that it has no peculiarity. If someone asked me what the greatest accomplishment of the genius pianist Tomoyoko is, I'll undoubtedly pick this hair and the woman is attached to. Damn, that's godlike. He made Kazusa. I mean, she. Yeah.
だいたい顔出したって何も話すことなんかない。
追加公演どうすんだよ。
どうしようかな。何しろ今は弾けるイメージが全く浮かばないからな。
プロの自覚あるのかよ、お前。
I wonder what her fans would think if they heard her say that. This fickle genius whose ability and determinations are completely disproportionate. I can't feel anything but the deepest sympathy towards the people who found themselves charmed by this irresponsible pianist. That includes me.
去年のクリスマスまではあったよ。私にはもうピアノしかないって。だからこうしてピアノで金取れるようになったんだ。毎日10時間、全然サボってなかった。歯を食いしばって頑張ってたんだよ。
ごめん。
そこじゃない。お前が謝るのはこの次のセリフの後だ。春樹のせいで全部吹き飛んだ。
Yeah. In other words, this person isn't the young and energetic pianist Tomo Kazusa. She's the delinquent girl in class 3A of Hojo High, for whom being late and sleeping in class is something natural. No wonder I like her a lot in this state, bro. Alright. This is how she was when we first met. Right? She didn't care about anything. She was a neat. She was just a troublemaker. Always sleeping in class. This was Tomo Kazusa. Genius pianist. A girl 5 years behind the times, still struggling against society. I couldn't see through her exterior. I simply saw her as my crush. I never knew that girl back then was so fixated on me.
今の私にはもう日本で弾く理由がない。今さら追加公演なんて言われてもピンとこないよ。
Damn.
なんでそんなこと言うんだよ。本心じゃないくせに無理に投げやりになるなよ。
春樹には関係ないだろ。私のことなんか何も関係ないだろ。
何度言わせるんだ。ピアノと俺を天秤にかけるな。あまりにも釣り合わなすぎだろ。
お前こそ何度言わせるんだ。それを判断するのは私だ。お前じゃない。
カズさ。
お前の価値をお前ごときが決めていいわけないだろ。私を受け入れられないんなら黙ってろ。
視野狭すぎるだろ。世界小さすぎるだろ。
こんな 何にも興味を持たない人間のピアノをさ、未だにありがたがっている人たちがいる。芸術ってバカみたいだな。みんな目を覚ましてくれよ。私なんてこんなヘボなんだぞ。見に来る価値なんかないんだぞ。
Seriously, what an immature person. 5 years has passed and she has entered adulthood. Yet for some reason, she has only become more and more like an unmanageable child. How did this immature person ever manage to express herself so well? It really is a mockery of art. I like that scene. Mainly because they gave me a CG.
あとは一人で行けるな。
Someone Yoko Office PLC is around a 10-minute walk from Nishi Onjoku Station. It's located on the 3rd floor of a rather small building. The office is a bit underwhelming considering who it belongs to, but since their actual base of operations overseas, it shouldn't be much of a hindrance. Apparently, Kudo-san is the only employee working there on a regular basis, routinely managing any domestic affairs. In other words, her job left her with a lot of free time until last year. However, these past few months, I'm sure she's been overwhelmingly busy. In fact, she even picked up the phone in seconds when I called her in the middle of the night.
カズさん。
And the moment we reached that building, Kazusa's feet became glued to the ground for a good 5 minutes. She was a bit more confident about this when she was first called to the faculty room.
やっぱり中まで着きそうか。
行くよ。一人で叱られてくる。
そっか。
もしかしたらクビかもしれない。
Damn.
でもって損害賠償の裁判を起こされて。
そんなわけないから。とにかくドアを開けたらすぐに頭下げろ。で、大きな声で謝れ。
When Kazusa turned on her phone for the first time in the days this morning, the amount of missed calls from her office exceeded 3 digits, staying over 100. In the end, that bombardment of missed calls was the decisive blow that made Kazusa come here. Even now, that very bombardment of missed calls is what making Kazusa unable to move forward.
なあ、ハルキ。もし私がクビになったらさ、私の居場所がどこにもなくなったらさ。
I really want to say yeah, but if I was Haruki, I'll make sure to mention Setsuna too, though, because it is technically his fault that she might lose her entire livelihood, right? Her career.
今日さ、ちょっと遅くなる。
He's gonna act like it's not his problem. That's messed up, Haruki.
夕方から人に会う約束してるんだ。帰り何時になるかわからない。
そうかよ。
Her bitter reply is probably not because of me coming home late, but because I'm interrupted what she was about to say. She was able to grasp the fact that I didn't want to listen to the rest of what she had to say, and that I consequently ran away from those words.
それでさ、晩飯なんだけど。
刹那だろ。
それは。
週末に恋人に会うのは当たり前だろ。何隠そうとしてんだよ、バカバカし。
Yeah. Kazusa's anger seems to run pretty deep. She's not only sulking, but is even firing back at me with good precision.
必ず日が変わる前には帰る。ちゃんと飯作るから、おとなしく待っててくれ。
いいよ、別に。泊まってきてもさ。なんなら私が部屋開けようか。
ちゃんと帰るって。
たまには一人の夜があってもいいよ。お前がいなければ思う存分泣けるから。
Come on, Kazusa, don't be like that.
だからそういうこと言うなって言ってんだよ。
And like that, her attack against me ends up dealing twice the damage to herself. I bear witness to a spectacular self-destruction. This is precisely why I can't leave her by herself.
必ず今日中に帰る。何があろうと絶対に電話する。だから待ってろ。
春樹。
それじゃしっかり謝るんだぞ。あと追加公演のことは態度を保留していい。 また今晩にでもゆっくり考えよう。
You know what Kazusa really reminds me of? I know it said she's just like her delinquent days in Introductory Route. You think in closing chapter when Setsuna act like that, didn't she? I feel like Setsuna act like that too. You think that was a throwback to Kazusa? Well, maybe Setsuna and Kazusa are both very similar. At least in terms of cleanliness. Well, not cleanliness, but nah, she's a little bit different. She's more depressing. I think Kazusa's more depressing. I think Kazusa's more like Haruki, where she's like self-hate, self-depression. Setsuna was a little bit more clingy. I think I remember. I don't remember too much.
じゃあな、また夜に。
At least in closing chapter for Setsuna. When she took a step back, and even when she turned around, Kazusa's uneasy gaze did not look away from me. In truth, I really do want to go with her. I'm so worried I can't bring myself to take my eyes off of her. But even so, I have to do it today. It's for Kazusa's sake as well.
刹那だろどうせ。
The reason I was at loss for words wasn't because she was right on the mark. It was actually the opposite. I was feeling relieved that Kazusa hadn't realized I was meeting up with her.
おはようございます。北原です。
Who's her? I can't carry Kazusa's burden alone anymore. Who's her? The idea that I should carry it was a mistake in the first place. Because I rejected Kazusa. I'm the one who hurt her more than anyone in the world. I'm the worst offender in the
あ、
world.
はい。カズサなら今事務所に入っていきました。
It's Yoko-san.
それで俺はどちらに伺えばいいんですか、ヨーコさん。
That's why I need to rely on the person Kazusa needs more than anyone.
末継なんだ、近所まで来てるんですか。はい。はい。
The person who has watched over her for the past 5 years. By extension, also the past 20 years. The person who understands her the most.
もう一度言ってください。
The only person in the world right now who can support her moving forward.
どこですって。
She's in, she left Kazusa. She's in Germany. Some shit.
よ。
Oh my god! Uh-oh. Alright. Let's see where Yoko-san's at. Our first meeting after a dozen or so hours happened in front of Minami Susugu Station, 5 minutes away from our apartment.
なんでお前が先にいるんだ。今日は何時になるかわからないって。
I got bad news, Kazusa.
だってもう10時だ。
No, he's gonna keep it a secret. Bro, just tell me, the viewer, alright? Most likely, after seeing me wave to her with a tired expression on my face, Kazusa accepted it with a bit of astonishment.
何時から待ってたんだ。
さっき着いたばかりだよ。
本当に？
嘘つく理由も待ってる理由もないだろ。
If an outright lie, I'm sure Kazusa would see through me straight away if she touched my ice-cold hands. After all, I came to this place in a mere 2 hours ago. I first went to my apartment after ascertaining that Kazusa wasn't home yet. I turned back and came straight here.
じゃあ帰ろうか。腹減っただろ。
まあな。お前に絶対外で食べるなって命令されたから。きっとものすごいごちそうが待ってるんだろうな。
簡単なものでいいよな。空腹が最高のスパイスだよな。
Hey, I can't stop thinking about Yoko. I wonder. Let's keep going. No need to wonder, right? They're gonna tell us, I'm sure. After that, excuse me, all that, so I could spend 5 minutes longer with Kazusa.
それじゃあ。
ああ、決めた。っていうか、最初から決めてたんだけどな。
そっか。
What did she make up her mind? Apparently, Kazusa bowed her head and apologized the moment she opened the door, just like I told her to. After that, Kazusa's worry was proven wrong, and my prediction was proven right. Not only did she not get fired, but Kudo-san was so worried that she cried, which made Kazusa feel more guilty about her than me. After that, they talked about all sorts of things for hours. She made decisions about her future with her own will. She talked about how she'll resume practice immediately after her injury heals, and that the additional concert will proceed as planned.
きっとひどいことになると思う。練習不足だし、モチベーション最悪だし。
それは
From Kazusa's perspective, and from the perspective of someone looking at this objectively, that is all my fault as a matter of fact. Because a certain person said the exact same thing, setting aside whether they were being objective or not.
けど、それが今の私の本当の実力だ。ちゃんと受け止めるよ。
カズサ。
Until yesterday, no, whenever we two were alone, Kazusa kept pouring out every emotion in her heart. When she was thrown out of the narrow world where only she and I exist, she did her best and has splendidly managed to make herself appear as someone grand.
正直、まだ気持ちは全然整理できてない。
Seeing Kazusa like that made a thought of flash across my mind. Perhaps having me around isn't actually the best thing for Kazusa.
けどやっぱり、今の私は周囲の人たちにあまりにも迷惑をかけすぎてる。
Perhaps all my actions are motivated by self-satisfaction. Perhaps Kazusa really is fine on her own now.
美代子さん、コンサート関係のスタッフ、私で稼ごうとする酔狂なスポンサー、もっと酔狂な私のピアノを聴きに来る人たち。
Perhaps the feeling of loneliness welling up in my heart is the primary and only reason I can't let go of Kazusa.
それから刹那。
Perhaps I'm doing the wrong thing. Perhaps I'm only making Kazusa suffer for nothing in the mere pursuit of finding peace in my heart. However,
母さんと春樹には申し訳ないなんて思ってないぞ。だっておあいこだからな。
陽子さんは
今だってのんきに温泉行ってるんだぞ。
え
相変わらず娘のことほったらかしてさ。
she knows. Most likely the reason Kazusa interrupted me is because she thought I was about to defend Yoko-san.
ま、いいけどさ。あの人には倍にして返してもらう。これからも散々迷惑かけてやるんだ。
She's not wrong in a sense, but right now it's impossible for Kazusa to perceive my intention 100%.
なあ、カズサ。
なんで？
お前が母親を愛してるのは分かってるけどさ。それでも、陽子さんだけに負担をかけるのは。
仕方ないだろ。今までの私の世界、半分滅んだんだから。
だからさ、いい加減もっと視野を広げてさ。
And right now, it's not possible for me to convey my attention to Kazusa 100%.
陽子さんだけじゃなく、スタッフや友達や、それにファンだって、お前のこと好きな人たち、たくさんいるんだからさ。
That's why right now I can utter anything but laughable truism.
向こうが私に期待するのは勝手だけどさ。別に私が期待することは何もないよ。
そんな寂しいこと言わないでさ。工藤さんなんかいい人じゃん。それに柴田さん夫婦だって。
美代子さんも柴田さんも好きだけど、コンサートが終わったらもう二度と会うことはないから。
ならさ、ウィーンにだってお前のことを好きでいる人は。
私に指図するな。私を日本にいられなくしたやつが。
Not only is my truism laughable, but it also only managed to hurt Kazusa.
お前なんかに何がわかる？私と東間陽子は私がこの世に生まれる前からつながってるんだ。
Despite that, Kazusa persists.
私の進むべき道は東間陽子が示してくれる。子供の頃からずっとそうやってきたんだ。
Even in a situation where she would have broken down crying normally, she glanced at me intently, from the side who rejects my reasoning with a harsh tone.
確かに一時期お互いがお互いを見失ったこともあったけど、それだって相手を思った末のすれ違いだった。そう教えてくれたのはお前だったよな。
Even when she rejects my words, she also affirms them. Even when she acts strong, she also relies on me. And even though I can't be allowed to feel happy about that tendency of Kazusa, I can't stop those feelings from welling up in my chest.
だから私はこれからもあの人と歩いてく。そしていつか超えてやる。だって私にとって當真陽子は目標で先生でライバルで全てなんだから。
I can still remember the day I first heard her say that. Right before the school festival, in the Toma residence basement studio. Kazusa became delirious with fever, and I seem to remember her telling me things she would never have said normally.
昔に戻っただけだよ。ただそれだけだ。
It's been 5 years since then,
だからさ、
and I suspected the only person Kazusa can open her heart to right now is me.
今度こそさ、絶対お前の前から。
カズサ。
Alright. Kazusa did her best. She endured as much as she could. And now that she's done her utmost effort,
もうここにいたって仕方ないんだ。
what am I supposed to do?
お前につけられた傷をお前に治療してもらったって治るわけないんだ。
Even she managed to hide it until the concert. What about after the concert?
それどころか次から次へと新しい傷ができるだけだ。お前に優しくされるたびに増えていくんだ。
Can I really sit this woman aside?
だからもうさっさと日本公演を終わらせてウィーンに帰るんだ。
Can I let her go? Can I leave her alone?
北原病院から退院するんだ。自宅療養でゆっくり時間をかけて治すんだ。お前みたいな悪い男に惑わされることのないいつも通りの平和な生活に戻るんだ。
カズサ。
春樹。
Can I abandon this woman?
頑張れ。頑張れ。カズサ。頑張れ。
やめてくれよ。こんなことされると後が辛いよ。
今度こそリベンジだ。お前の凄さを日本中に見せつけてやれ。
きついよこんなの。生殺しだよ。また傷が増えてくよ。
友達を励まして何が悪い。何が悪いって言うんだよ。
Gee, bro, I've been saying this the entire time, bro. You gotta friend zone her. You gotta know the kindness you're showing her is not because you really love her. It's because, well, you care about her as a friend.
だって
A
私
friend.
全然諦められてないんだぞ。
You gotta set the tone, man. I'm doing this because we're friends, Kazusa. It's what friends do. I put my arm around Kazusa's shoulders.
今は普段通りに振る舞えてるけど一人になると泣けてくるんだぞ。
Having her body forcefully pulled onto my chest, Kazusa twists around in resistance. But the force she puts into that resistance isn't her whole strength. Kazusa's indecision and her slight happiness is conveyed to me. That's why I don't falter at the sound of Kazusa crying will gradually put more strength into my arms.
それに誰かに見られたらどうすんだよ。
別にどうもしない。
刹那に見られたらどうすんだよ。
どうもしないって言ってるだろ。こんなの隠す気もない。
春樹。
The thing Kazusa's worried about is completely irrelevant to me right now. Because we're outside. It's precisely because there's a chance someone might see us that I can touch Kazusa like this. If we return to my apartment, it was just the two of us. If I knew that no one could question my actions, I wouldn't have been able to stop myself.
お前は本当にひどいやつだ。
かもな。
I think he hugged her.
やっぱダメだ。
Kazusa resistance melts away.
振られたのに脈はないって思い知らされたのに。
The force within her that tries to get away from me flips around, and is instead used to press my body against my chest. Her body against my chest.
なのにこうしてお前に抱きしめられると嬉しい気持ちを抑えられなくなる。
Yeah, he's hugging her. The happiness she concealed inside bursts open.
お前に甘えて強がって舞い上がってこんなにも痛い女になってしまう。
いいよ。今だけは。
ああ、もうくそくそ、なんでだよ。
She can't get over it. It's okay. Even if she can't get over it, as long as we make the clear line. As long as Haruki, hey, Haruki can get over it, I think we'll be okay. Wait, that's not the point though. I forgot about Setsuna dream. Fuck, never mind. And the moment she gets my permission, both her happiness and sadness gush out at once.
私はこんなにもお前のことが好きなのにどうしてうまくいかないんだよ。
Because you fucked up, Kazusa! You should have confessed first. You were too slow. No, you're too much of an introvert. You were too shy. You shouldn't kiss Haruki when he was sleeping. You should have kissed him when he was awake. I'm sure the people living in the neighborhood can hear her. Despite the fact that Kazusa was afraid of being seen by someone earlier, she's completely open about having her feelings heard by anyone right now.
そんなに私のことが嫌いか？こんな痛い女はお断りなのか？
そんなこと一言も言ってないだろ。
だよな。だってお前待ってただろ。実は私のこと駅でずっと待ってたんだろ。
待ってないよ。
嘘つくな。だって春樹の手こんなにも冷たいじゃないか。ずっと外に駅前にいたんじゃないか。
待ってないって。
With my hand still around her shoulders, I can feel Kazusa's hand on top of mine. Kazusa rests her cheeks upon the space between our touching hands. Kazusa's palm is warm, but her cheek is as cold as my hand. That's why I desperately hold down my other arm and avoid embracing Kazusa with both arms. I can't say anything yet. I can't allow her to realize it. My true feelings and Yoko-san's true feelings. At least I can't until the concert is over. That's what I promised her. Till the concert is over.
白血病なんだってさ。
Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh shit! No! Dude, that's fucked up! What? Oh! Damn, I know it's fucked up. You know what's even more fucked up? Sorry, dudes. It's getting late. It's getting late. I know this is not a good time to stop. Ah, too bad I can't go back. Damn. No wonder Haruki's pushing for independence for Kazusa, right? He's like, you can't rely on Yoko-san forever, you know. No wonder Yoko-san was pushing Kazusa too, to move her forward, to become more independent. She doesn't have much time left. But with that, I have to call in stops right here. Sorry about this. I appreciate everyone that's watching right now. But we will continue next time on my album Coda 2. Alright. Alright, later. Bye.